Hi, friends. Hello. Hello, hello. Oh, forgot to brush my teeth. Good thing that we're not together. Let me have just a quick sip of water. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Oh my goodness. Happy day after Thanksgiving if you are in the US or if you celebrate American Thanksgiving. Happy Small Business Saturday, yes, and happy Saturday. Welcome everyone, welcome. Take a quick look at the chat here. Looks like we've got some good folks, well, always good folks, right? So welcome, happy Saturday, friends. Nice to have you here with me. If we haven't met before, my name is Layle and I have a business called Layle by Mail. You will see loads of links in the description box of the video down below about me and my business. And as we're working today, you will see lots of products. And for the most part, you'll find those products on my website, laylebymail.com. And so you'll see links for that in the video as well. When I'm not traveling, which I'm now off of traveling for a while, traveling and teaching, I am here on my YouTube channel on Saturday mornings, and we do what I like to call creative listing. So when we are creative listing, I usually a couple days before on a Thursday, I didn't just lose you guys there. I just some family things this morning that just kind of working through. Anyhow, my mom just called. Anyhow, when I'm not traveling, we are here on Saturdays on my YouTube channel, and we do what I like to call creative listing. So a couple days before, on a Thursday, I publish on my blog a list of listing topics, and Saturday mornings, that's what we do. So I work on those lists, and I call them creative lists, or we're creative listing, because I add stickers, and we do stamping, and I add washi tape and die cuts and all different kinds of things. And as we do that, we laugh and we make mistakes, because that's what happens, right? Sometimes we make mistakes. We talk about why something worked or something didn't work, how we might change it, why I decided to put something here and not there, and so forth. So we have loads of fun doing that. Some of you are listing right along with me. Others of you are doing other things. Some of you may be working. Some of you may be cleaning, because I know these things, because you tell me. Some of you may be driving. Some of you may be working on an entirely different project. But all started way back when the pandemic started 3.5 years ago, and we're still here. So we're still here, kind of just hanging out on Saturdays and playing. So welcome to you. If you are new, love to have you. There is a live chat that takes place as kind of will work throughout the portion of the day. There's a live chat that takes place. So if you're here, I'd love to have you pop in and say hello. Even if you normally lurk, there's always opportunity for a long-time watcher, first-time commenter, like the long-time listener, first-time caller. So I'd love for you to pop in just so I know that you're here. And if you're not able to watch live because, life, welcome to you too, because quite a few of you will pop in and out at any given time watching the replay. So always love to have you here. Now I'm going to take a quick look at the comments or the chat so I can kind of see who's here and say hello. So let me just scroll up a bit. I saw at the beginning, Jane D. Jane D, it looks like hasn't been here in a while. She said she hasn't been able to join in a while. And she's joining from her boat in Florida, which that sounds amazing. There was 6 inches of really cold snow right in front of my yard, or on my yard, in the yard this morning. So on the boat in Florida sounds like an amazing place to be. Nice to have you back. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Yep, some snow there as well. Kelly says good morning from super chilly Minnesota. Kathy's good morning from Southern California. Deborah is here. Peggy from Wisconsin. Patricia from Maine. Hi, Julie. And Jane, I always want to put a K, like Sarkozian. I always want to put a K in your last name. I mean, part of your last name, but I think it's because of the con. Anyhow, Jane is here from Pennsylvania. Nice to see you. Hi, Jill. Alexis from Oregon. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. DP Hawk from, Whidbey Island. Well, I have never been to Whidbey Island, but I kind of love that Pacific Northwest. Jack, our older son, lives in Tacoma. So know that area-ish, right? That area-ish. Tracy's Treasures is excited to be able to watch live again. Hi, Martine. Martine from Netherlands. Always fun to see you here. Ms. L. Hi, J-Lo. Janine. Nikki Ringelman. Cherie from Georgia. Hi, Marie. Nice to see you. Justine. Scrapped NH. Carla. 111 Renee's from Nashville. I think it's just one Renee that's here with us, not all 111 though. Oh yes, Terry said, okay, hang on. Hi, Laura from Anaheim. Karen just said the sound went away for a second, but it's all good. So I'm wondering if that's maybe when my mom called. So Karen, hopefully crossing fingers that that's when it was, and maybe you're just a few steps behind us. Terry, yes, Terry brought up a great point. Terry said, if you haven't already checked out Layle's Friday sale, run, don't walk. We'll talk about that in a minute, but yes, there's some really good sales going on. Hi, Betsy from San Diego. Hi, Nita. Tammy, Mitch W. Someone's children. I love that. Someone's children may or may not have just placed an order for their mommy this morning. That's fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. That's so fabulous. Hi, Tracy. Colleen. Nice to see you, Colleen from Toronto. Jane is going to work on her December Daily Foundation pages today. Catch up on her November Traveler's Notebook. Let's see. Jeanette, welcome, welcome. Oh yes, the Christmas decor. I'll just do this really quick because look at, it's double high. Wow, not fun. Those are all of my past December Daily albums from the past, let's see, 15 years, because 16 is the one from this year. Anyhow, yes, a little Christmas decor there. Let's see, Debbie. Hi, Debbie from sunny Southern California. Julie and Lisa. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl and her doggy Penny, I love that, are watching. So fun. Scrapbook Sister, nice to see you. Beverly from Washington State. Sandy. Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Tracy from Minnesota, right? Tracy. As soon as I saw your name, the time that your car caught on fire just popped into my head. We were doing a class and you popped in. You're like, I'm sorry I'm late. My car caught on fire. I was like, what? Yes, that just popped into my head. All right, friends. Shannon and Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Hi, honey. Nick's tuning in apparently from the living room. Briefly. Let's see. Hi, Shannon. Okay, guys. Kristen is working on Christmas cards and decorating. I love it. I love it. I love it. Terry just today ordered her December Daily album. Thank you, Terry. I saw that come through. Wonderful. Scrapbook Sister's working on Christmas cards. And Carol Ann. Ooh, I love it. Carol Ann is redoing her art studio while watching Layle and the Michigan football game. And 111 Renee is working on putting up her Christmas tree. Okay, so let's just talk about some housekeeping things. Well, let's talk about, I think I said, happy Thanksgiving to you. Hopefully you had a lovely day on Thursday and had some nice yummy food and maybe watch some football if you do that, or watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade or whatever it is you normally do on Thanksgiving. Black Friday was yesterday. Black Friday always takes me back to, well, Thanksgiving always takes me back to way back when our kids were little and, you know, the internet was not really around. I mean, of course it was around, but on Thanksgiving evening, I'd get the newspaper and go through all of the ads and sit down and kind of chart out wherever I wanted to get up and go early on Black Friday shopping, right? So kind of Friday always reminds me of that, which doesn't really happen anymore. It's more Black Friday online. That's usually what I do. I don't go shopping in person much anymore, but lots of online shopping, so it kind of reminded me of that. So Black Friday yesterday. Today is Small Business Saturday. Small Business Saturday celebrates people like me. Celebrates small independent businesses across, really across the world. It is something, if you weren't aware, something that American Express started as an ad campaign years ago. After the kind of whole big Black Friday thing, to kind of focus on small businesses and small businesses that, you know, help to support communities and kind of your mom and pops and things like that. So today is another day of celebration, right? It's kind of a Wednesday. Wednesday, if you did not know, there's something called Women-Led Wednesday. So that is a day that they've kind of added to the front of everything for women-led businesses. So anyhow, today's Small Business Saturday. So thank you again for supporting me and my little small business. If you're kind of newer to Layle, I have been in the crafting industry forever, but have also a software background and corporate world, and it's kind of the two collided in and out over the years. But most recently, let's see, I worked for Simple Stories for 6 years, and 4.5 years ago, I took a big leap and turned my side hustle, which was kind of Layle by mail, but back then it was just like project kits, turned my side hustle into a full-time thing. And so for the last 4.5 years, that is what I've been doing. Things really, really grew like beyond my beliefs starting in during the pandemic, and it's just continued to grow. So thank you guys for supporting my small business. And you know, it sounds kind of cheesy to say this, but I couldn't do it without you. Obviously I couldn't, because I would have a business, and without you guys, that I'd have a business with no one supporting it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Today, I just want to encourage you to shop small. Okay, shop small. And shop small could be really easy. It could be driving past your Starbucks and driving to the little local coffee shop. Going to a local pet store to buy your pet food instead of going to PetSmart or something like that, or shopping online. So as much as you can shop small, especially today, small business is really what kind of helps our whole economy to kind of work, right? Especially your local community. So if you can shop small is, well, if you can shop small anytime, but shop small today is, today's a big day for small business. So thank you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Terry mentioned I do have a nice sized Women-Led Wednesday, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday sale going. So it started Wednesday. It will end Monday the 27th at 11:59 p.m. There's loads of things on sale on the website. So right when you go to laylebymail.com, there's a big banner image. You can't miss it. Click that and you can shop. There's tons of really, really, really good things on there. Adhesives and some great stocking stuffers like pencil pouches and pen sets, and then there's all kinds of things. I mean, there's just all kinds of things. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, then you should go check it out, because that will end on Monday the 27th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time, as I get all those little details in there. What else do we have? Oh, I know. So a little email went out this morning about lots of things, but one of the things on there today is November 25th, which means we are 30 days, right? 30 days away from Christmas Day, which is crazy to think about, right? Nick and I actually got all of our Christmas stuff out last Sunday because Jack and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's dad came into town on Wednesday night for Thanksgiving weekend. And I knew that this weekend we wouldn't get any decorating done. Nick leaves town on Monday for a couple days. And then I knew that next week would be crazy busy trying to get all the Black Friday orders out. So we decided to do all the decorating early. So that's all done. We're totally Christmased out here in the house. For me, December is a big month because I am documenting my December in my December documented mini book project kit. So that's something that I do every year. This is my 9th year doing it. I still have some of those kits available. So if you are looking for a project that will help you kind of document this December, that's something to check out. Okay, so you'll see that on the website as well. All right, a couple more housekeeping items. Giveaways. So let's talk about little giveaways. Anytime that we're together, I love to do giveaways. I love to share. So when we are together on a Saturday like this, I do what I call after party giveaways. They're the after party, meaning anyone can participate. You don't have to be here live to watch, although we might do a couple live ones today, okay? I have something up my sleeve to do a couple live ones today. Excuse me. Normally, the way the giveaways work is I ask you to leave a comment on the video when it's over, so that anyone can participate. And right before we start the next Saturday, so this morning, I sit down, randomly pick the winners, and they receive whatever the giveaways are. So last week we did 3 giveaways. Last Saturday I shared my brand new November stamp release, and the 3 giveaways, or those 3 winners, were able to pick their choice of any of the brand new stamp sets that were part of that release. So I drew those 3 lucky winners this morning. And those winners are Creative Cindy, Alexis Webb 3642, and someone who I think that YouTube probably picked their username because it's user FT61871 blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, you probably don't know that that's your new username if that's you. But for the 3 of you that won, I replied to your comment on last week's video. That's how you know you won. And generally, when someone replies to your comment, you receive an email. So 3 of you, congratulations. You just need to shoot me an email, and that information is in the comment as I replied to your comment, telling you how to go about claiming your prize. So congratulations. I do have giveaways this weekend too, this Saturday as well. So we'll do a few that are live giveaways, and then a few are after party giveaways. So anyone can participate in the after party. All right, let me take a quick look at the chat because I can see lots of things are scrolling. Let me just look here. Let's see. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Deborah, I just saw, so I missed part of a conversation, I think, but someone that you know lost their home in a fire. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. That's horrible. I have a little bit of a frog in my throat. Let's see. Looking at chatting. Hi, Carmen. Nice to see you. Oh, yes, Shannon. Thank you very much, Shannon. Shannon just left a comment, and I will not read that. But Shannon, I am always very well in tune with that because you never know what little ears may be listening. But I am very happy to have one of your littles join us. So, hi, one of Shannon's littles. Yes. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. Monique. Monique said, I love supporting your small business. I definitely made my contribution today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Carmen said, our main objective to every town we go to, we shop local for most everything, right? And that's just a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Hi, Mary J. Blige. Nice to see you. Martine, said the sale is really good. Yeah, there's some fun things. Okay. Just looking really quickly. A couple of you guys. So, let's see. Mary Bach said she just placed an order today, including my book. You guys, I'm going to have to reorder. That's a good thing. So that will be the 3rd printing of the idea book, which honestly, when I ordered the first printing, I thought it would last a year. And about 2 weeks later, I reordered. And definitely slowed down, right? The second reorder, as you would expect. But before the end of the year, I will end up ordering a 3rd printing. So there'll be a 3rd edition, which is crazy. Yes, so love that. Thank you. Okay, friends. So I think we talked about all of our little housekeeping items. As I look at my list, I think we are good. So I'm going to rotate the camera. I will turn off the overhead lights. We'll turn on the studio lights and we'll get working. We'll get playing, okay? We will get playing. Let's see. Hi, Francis. Nice to see you. Oh, goodness. Okay, so some of you remember, this is going to be a little goofy for a minute. I have a new stand. Sorry, close your eyes, okay? Just close your eyes because this is going to move around quite a bit for a minute. It works a little bit differently than my last one did. So anyhow, there we go. I think we're better. Oh, goodness. Some of you were like, I didn't realize I was tuning into the Blair Witch Project this morning. All right, overheads off. Yikes. All right, here we go. Are we good? I think we're pretty good. There we go. I think we're good. All right. Thank you, Colleen. Yes, I am plugging in my phone. All right. Let's see. Yes, I had to get a new stand for filming because I broke it. I broke it a couple weeks back, and it was, it was a little crazy. Was having technical difficulties and just totally broke it while I was live. Anyhow, okay, friends. So when I rotate the camera, generally we are getting ready to start, right? But what I always like to start out with is, getting things centered. I like to start out with taking a look at our list that we did when we were together last. So I can I can kind of zoom us in a little bit, Colleen, but then what happens a little bit? Well, let's see what happens. Hang on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Then I end up working too far away from you guys to see. So let's just see what that looks like, okay? Let's see. It's always a process, right? It's always a process. Let's see what that looks like. Hi, Dink Fiorini, hello. All right, let's try that. Let's see how that works. I think that'll work for us. I think that'll be good. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's get that shiny thing out of there. And that shiny thing. Okay, looks good. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 lists that we did last week. Our first list, well, as we were finishing up a list from the prior week that we had started, but we didn't quite finish. And this one was favorites. I was just looking at my handy dandy notebook from the last couple of weeks. So this list was favorites. So when it comes to list topics, they come from all over the place. In most cases, there are just ideas that I come up with. Some cases, you guys are suggesting them to me. And this was a list that was suggested by Cassie Friesen. She sent me an email a couple months back and said, hey, I think this would be a really fun idea for a list. So we do kind of favorites lists quite often because a favorite list is really something that's easy to do, right? A lot of times people will say, I want to start listing, but I don't know where to start. A favorites list is a really, really, really easy list to start with because you just pick a favorite, right? You could pick something that's pretty granular, like your favorite books or your favorite music or your favorite foods, your favorite authors, your favorite, you could kind of get granular like that, or you could kind of lift it up a little bit, maybe more to like the 20,000 foot view, and do something like this. It's a list of your different types of favorites. So that's what this list was. And this is a list of just different favorites. Time of day, day of the week, month, holiday, favorite food, favorite music, and different things like that. So we had a lot of fun with this one, working obviously with lots of different alphabet stickers, right? So if we have time today, in our last list, we will do, we'll use kind of some of these alpha stickers again. You coming in? Jesus. Okay, we'll try this. I'm going to try to rotate the camera really quick, guys.
We're here to see our fans.
Rotate it back again. So, our older son, Jack, and his girlfriend, Kat, are in town. I kind of mentioned that to you guys. Oh, there's Jack's hand. Yeah, not my hand. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this again, you guys. I'm going to rotate the camera real quick. I'm going to rotate the camera real quick. There we go. Okay, so there's Jack. Now, Jack, we have to kind of make it a little taller for you because Jack's very tall.
Right.
Jack is, how tall are you, Jack?
6'4".
6'4". Jack's a tall kid. And then here's Kat and Jack's girlfriend. Say hello.
Oh,
hello.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
No, of course.
You guys met Jack. Well, you guys have kind of met Jack on and off a couple times. Oh, look at Reggie now really wants to come in. Look at him. Reggie the cat is sitting outside the door saying, hey, I want to come say hi.
Should I grab him to say hi?
Yeah, let's grab him to say hi. Sure. While we're saying hi, we're kind of a little skimampus here. I think you guys met Jack maybe a couple times during the pandemic when he came home for a while. And I don't know if you've ever met Kat before, but now Kat. One time. Okay. So now here's Kat and Kat. Kat with Reggie. Reggie is Sam's cat that is now kind of our cat. So yeah, Reggie always would love to join in, but he can't. I have to have the door shut. He's a menace. Well, he's a menace when it comes to stuff like this. Like when we're working, he's a menace. He likes to jump on the table. So, but they are here through tomorrow. They leave tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they leave tomorrow. And Jack last night made us the most amazing dinner. And then Kat made the most amazing chocolate chip cookies that you can't even, oh my goodness. So yeah, so needless to say, it'll be like time to fast as soon as they leave, right? Okay, we'll see you guys later. Okay, let me rotate again, guys. Let me just rotate again. I know. Ooh, sorry, hang on. All right. Oh, goodness. Well, it's just going to be choppy. I got to learn to figure out this new thing. Anyhow, good thing I have pants on. I always say, good thing I have pants on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, fun to have them hop in and say hello, for sure. Shay said, Reggie needs some proceeds for his alpha. I know his alphabet, right? There are Reggie stamp sets named after Reggie the cat. Colleen said, does Kat want to share the recipe for the cookies? So Colleen, here's the deal. She said it's about 3 different recipes kind of blended together. So she said it's really hard to tell people the recipe because it's lots of blending together. I will ask her for it, and I will share it in the Facebook group. The part that, is one that she can try to share for sure. Monique said, rotating was a thing in COVID, then you mastered it. You will do so again. Yeah, I need to just play around a little bit with this new stand, because I say every time, oh, I need to figure that out, and then I forget. Okay, so back to that list. Yes, we had a lot of fun using all those alphabet stickers are from Letter Scramble from Bella Boulevard. So those were and are, again, linked in the description box of the products I'm using, because if we get to the list, I'll be using some of those again this week. All right, so that was one. My favorites. Next one. Oh, I just remembered something. I just remembered I was going to finish this, which I did not. This is one of the lists that we do on a monthly basis. This one is called In the News, where I'm just capturing some of the different news events that happen throughout the month. And so this was for the month of October, and we used my brand new In the News 2 stamp set, but I was going to finish off here, and I have not yet, so I will do that before we're together again next week, but it won't matter because we won't look at it again. I just got to finish a little bit there. So In the News, that was the second list that we did. Did we do 3 last? No, I think we did 4. Didn't we do 4 last week? Oh, yes, we did. I'll skip that one for a sec. We did another list that we do on a monthly basis. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Colleen can see that little plug was sitting right there. There we go. So we did one called Today Looks Like This. So Today Looks Like This is a list that we do, another one on a monthly basis, where I just pick a day, any day during the month. So for this particular list, it was November 15th, and I just jot down whatever I did that day. So this is one of those types of lists that I call a time capsule, because it very much changes, or it has the potential to very much change from month to month or year to year. So I always say I really wish that I was doing something like this, a list like this, back when I was in high school or college, or first starting out in my career, or when I was a new mom or something like this, because the things on a list like this change so much, over time. So kind of a time capsule. Always also said I wish so much that I had something like this that my mother was doing or my grandmother was doing, because it would be so cool to look back on. Like for my mom, what was her typical day like in 1978? Or my grandmother, what was her typical day like in 1946? It would just be kind of a really neat thing to see and read about. So Today Looks Like This, another list that we do on a monthly basis. On this one, at the request of Mimi. Mimi had requested a couple of times that I use the film strip from 49 and Market. So we kind of played around a little bit with the film strip on that list. Okay, our third list from last week, which will actually kick off our first list for today. List from last week was Things I'll Never Do Again. Okay, so Things I'll Never Do Again. Now, this one could have taken, really could have gone 2 ways, and it really would depend on which way you decided to take this list, if you were doing this list, or if this is a list that you do want to do. Things I'll never do again. That could be like, you could kind of look at it as, oh my goodness, I'll never have kids again. So that was one of the things on my list. But for me, that was just a very matter of fact. I am beyond childbearing years. And so it wasn't a sad thing for me. It's just kind of a fact. Most of the things on my list were, pretty generic things like I'll never cut my hair short again because I do not look good in short hair. I chose not to kind of be sad about things, but you could. I mean, you could do that. One of the individuals, I think Tracy maybe, had said in the chat that her husband had passed away, I think 7 years ago, so she will never hug or kiss her husband again. So, there are some things that you just, you may never do again. So you can decide how you want to take that list. But as we were doing that list, I'm like, wait a minute. So we're doing things I'll never do again, but we should probably also do a list of things I will do again, right? Things I will do again. So we can kind of look at it from two different perspectives. So as we did this list, we used products from Vicki Boone's Discover and Create collection, which I love so much. Just love this collection so much. So fun and super neutral because it works for lots of different things, right? It doesn't really have a theme to it. So we kind of started using product from that collection. Again, we used those letter scramble alphabets from Bella Boulevard, which I just love so much. This paper, loved that piece of paper. So that piece of paper was a full 6x8 sheet. I'm just going through the pad here to show you what that sheet looked like before I cut it. That was the sheet. And I loved those butterflies so much. And because we are working in a smaller size, right? We're working on a spread. We're working in a 10 by 8.25, or on a single page, we're working in a 5 by 8.25. In order for me to use this paper whole, I would have to trim it down, right? Trim it the width. So I'd lose part of the butterflies here and part of the butterflies here. And I didn't really want to do that. So in class last week and during our session, I was like, wait a minute, I know what I can do. I can cut that paper in half. I'm going to cut that paper in half like that. And then I can use half of it on one side and half of it on the other side. So you'll notice that page is shorter, or narrower, I guess, not shorter. It is narrower than they normally are. I took out my little X-Acto knife and just cut it. So we kind of have this fun little page that almost looks like a tip in, but I didn't have to really put something in there. I didn't have to tip anything in. All I did was take the existing page that was there and make it smaller. And by doing that, I could have my butterflies here and then also have my butterflies over here. So this list on the left, things I'll never do again, and this list on the right is going to be things I will do again. So that's what we're going to start out with. Things that I will do again. Hello, Marilee. You're going to be watching it because your girls are here and the game is on. Go Big Blue. Big Blue, Michigan, right? Isn't that Michigan? I think somebody else had said Michigan is playing, but I also know you're not Michigan. So I don't know. Could it be UCLA? But I don't think, I think Go Big Blue is Michigan, right? I think that's kind of what they call them. I think Big Blue, right? All right, so that's the plan. Our first list is things I will do again. And as we were working on this one last week, and I put the coordinating other side in, I had loved this kind of blue color. So I even put the blue right there. So we're almost kind of ready to go. I need to start out with a piece of white cardstock for my list. So let's go ahead and get that out. So now my mother-in-law just got here because she is here to spend a little bit more time with Jack and Kat before they leave tomorrow. Let's see. Jane said, yes, go Blue Wolverines, U Michigan. Any other alumni on here from U Michigan? All right. So let's get our trimmer out. Let's actually, before we do that, see what this size was. So it was just about a little bit wider than 3 3/4, and height-wise, hang on, 7 1/4. So let's get our trimmer. A little bit wider than 3 3/4, I said, right? So that would be 3, that would be 3 3/4. So let's just go a little bit wider than 3 3/4. And then 7 1/4. And then we'll kind of eyeball it to make sure it's pretty close. Yep, that's pretty much dead on. Okay, there we go. So that will be the start. That'll be the base of our list. Now, I know that for my title, I want to use alphabet stickers like that again. Those awesome letter scramble alphas. Now, where do you suppose? Isn't that funny? I forgot to get those out. And, oh, here they are. Okay. Like, what did I do with those? What did I do with those? All right, so let's see what color we have that might work. I could do that light pink. That light pink would look really pretty. These are all the colors of Letter Scramble. If you missed last week, let's just talk about those for a second. So those are cardstock stickers. That is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. You have hundreds of stickers on here. You have 4 different alphas. So you have a lowercase serif font. You have a lowercase sans serif font without. So serifs are like those little feet that you see on letters. So serif and sans serif, so different font that does not have a serif. And then you have an uppercase. And then you have those little block letters. And then you also have all of those numbers. So these little sticker sheets go really far in your projects because there's so many. And then I love that there are 4 different fonts. So maybe we'll go with the pink. I would love to go with a mint, but I'm pretty sure there's not a mint in here that will look like that. This set, ooh, the green could kind of be fun, right? That green might pull that in. Let's pull those 2 out just for a sec. Oh yeah. See, those are the blues, and those are kind of really not. Ooh, but, okay, look at that. That blue would be really fun, wouldn't it? So now I want to kind of look at it this way because you will end up seeing that title through this side. There's the blue, the navy, ooh, there's the green. Kind of like that one. Or there's the pink. Look how different that will look. Pink. I don't know. I kind of feel like I should do the pink because the green with the blue, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to do the pink. All right. Anyhow, there are, I think, 16 different colors of those, including white and including black and a nice brown that's called pony. And then even this one I love so much. That oyster color is really pretty too. But all those come in the single sheets, but they also come in a bundle of all 16. And then I think with the bundle, I think they're, I want to say maybe 15% off if you buy the bundle. All right, so we're going to go with that. Now the next thing I need to do, I need to come in and I'd like to ink the edges of that white cardstock because, aha, Debbie, I just saw your comment. Debbie said, are we going to ink the edges again? We absolutely are. So what I had done here, if you'll notice, that white was pretty stark. So I came in with my little foam blender and I inked the edges of that white cardstock with a yellow. So kind of tie in the yellow of the title. So I'll do the same thing here. I will identify a pink ink that is fairly close to this shade or tone, and then I will ink the edges. So let's see, I'm going to bet that it is probably Kitsch Flamingo, perhaps, Spun Sugar. So I think I am going to go with Spun Sugar. Well, let's look. Let's get both of them out. Spun Sugar and Kitsch Flamingo. There are those 2. And then I need to grab that. And I need to grab one of these. So, Distress, oh, actually, I do need those. Let's see what we're thinking. Spun Sugar or, let's see. And I think that was an extra one. All right, let's try Kitsch Flamingo and let's try Spun Sugar. So I have all of my Distress Oxide inks have been swatched. And I have the little daubers, right? The little daubers or the foam blenders that have been inked with those colors. Hang on. I'm trying not to get my hands all inky, and sometimes that doesn't work so well, right? Let me just take a little piece of this. Have any, actually, let me grab a little just piece of scratch paper over here. So I really need to press down on that. There we go. Make that. There we go. I still have ink on me, but all right. So as we look at that, if I were to ink the edges with Kitsch Flamingo, let's see how we will like that with that. See, I think that actually works really well. When you look at it here, it looks much kind of too bright, but when you're just looking at inking the edges, I think it's a really good match. I think that spun sugar is going to be too light. So let's see what that one would look like. Hang on, I need to get another little, I need to get another little guy out. All right, let's see what we think of spun sugar here. I think spun sugar is just going to, as we're inking the edges, I think it's just going to be a little bit too light, right? See how it is, it probably matches a little bit closer to that color, but it's so faint. We're gonna go with Kitsch Flamingo. Okay, so we don't need that guy. We'll come back here and grab this one. Ink that up a little bit and come in and ink the edges of the list, the base of our list. Pam said, are those photo boxes? Pam, they are. Those are 5x7 boxes. That is actually a product that I offer on my website. So it is the box. It is the 2 sheets. So see how that says Distress Oxides? And there are different versions of ink of the 2 sheets when you buy the product. So either it's Distress Oxide or it's Distress Inks, or there's Gina K, there's Stamp Market. So there are a number of different inks that are reflected in the sheet. So you have the sheet and it has 20 squares on each side so that each of your boxes will hold up to 40 inks. It includes 42 pre-punch circles and then it includes 40 little Velcro circle dots so that you can put together something like this. So it does not include any of the daubers. It doesn't include any of the inks. Those are all things that you can purchase separately. But that's kind of a little storage. That's how I store all of my little, all my little daubers or foam blender, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. It's important if you are doing any kind of blending with your inks that you have them. You don't contaminate them. You don't cross-contaminate them. So there are a couple of different ways that you can cross-contaminate those things. Cross-contaminating with different colors can cause an issue if you are using pigment-based inks, like inks that blend. And if you are using 2 different colors on your little foam blender, then the color that you are getting is not going to be either of the individual pure colors. You will have blended them on your little dauber. So if it's something you intended to do, then you want to keep a separate dauber for each of the colors. The other way that you don't want to cross-contaminate is when it comes to different types of ink that may be the same color. So for example, if we take a look at Distress Inks. So Tim Holtz makes Distress Inks and Distress Oxide inks. One is a dye-based ink, one is a pigment-based ink. Even though they're the same colors. So let's say I have a Spun Sugar Distress Oxide and I have a Spun Sugar Distress Ink. They're the same exact color, but one is dye, the Distress Ink, and one is pigment, the oxide. If you blend those, they have different properties. And if you are using inks because of their different properties, I don't, I just use them to stamp an ink. But if you're using the 2 different types of ink for the different properties, it's really important that you don't cross-contaminate them because you will mess things up. when you go to maybe use them with water or different medium, you've cross-contaminated. So anyhow, I just have done that for all of my inks. All right, so there we go. That will be the start of that list. From there, these are things I will do again, right? So things I'll do again. So I'm going to say I'll do again with my letter stickers, and then I'll write things I-L-L above that. All right, so I'm going to take my little reverse grip tweezers and take my little ruler there. And this is, I know I keep saying this, I just gotta make sure. Do again. All right, so I am going to, I should have enough room width because I did have enough room width-wise when I did never do again. So I'm going to line up these stickers on my little metal ruler here. And I do that for two reasons. One reason is to have them be straight. There are no lines here. So if I am using a line on my ruler to make them straight or line them up, then they will be straight, right? So I'm just using that little line right there on the ruler. There's another reason that I use a ruler, and we'll look at that in just a sec. Let's see. Martine said I could use yellow for the bullets so they cross-match with the pink on the other side. Oh, I totally could. I love that idea. Okay. We'll take a look at that in a sec, and I'll show everybody what you're talking about. That's a great suggestion. All right, do again. Do again. Justine said, love that product. It was so helpful for organizing my ink daubers. 100%, right? 100%. That is a product that was actually an idea from my friend Amy. She brought that to me, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe? A year and a half ago? I don't know. She said, hey, I have this great idea for a product. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's genius. Because if you have a lot of inks, or even if you're just starting out with your inks and you like to use a blending tool for, you can use it for a number of different things besides inking the edges like I normally do. You need to be able to keep your little daubers, little tops separate, and you also need to know what color they are, right? And so I had a whole bunch of those just floating around in the area where I store my inks. And then, some colors are obvious, but other colors I'm like, okay, I don't remember if this one's Kitsch Flamingo or if it's Worn Lipstick. And so, I might be using a different one or the wrong one that I meant to use or something like that. So it's definitely made life easier. I'm all for swatching things. Definitely all for swatching things, like swatch my inks, swatch my inks, makes it a lot easier. Swatch my washies, swatch my pens. It just makes life a lot easier because then you know what you have and then you know what you're using is what you want to use. All right, so this is what it looked like over here. Do again. This is the other reason that I use my ruler. When you are spelling with stickers, you don't necessarily know where to start, whether it be on the left edge and hope you have enough room, or you start on the right edge and spell backwards. Some people will do that. Or you try to, split the difference and figure out how much you need and start in the center and then go left and right, whatever it is. But lining it up on the ruler keeps it straight, but then also lets me figure out exactly where I need to start, right? Or maybe I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go here. Maybe I want to go down here. Or maybe I want to go in the middle. Or maybe I want to go at an angle. Or just gives you a lot more freedom when your stickers aren't attached and you can kind of move around and figure out the placement that you want. But in this case, I know I want to do this, so I'm going to do that. It does go a little bit, just a tiny bit beyond, right? It goes a tiny bit beyond the edge here, but we'll be okay because we'll go ahead and adhere this in a sec. So now all I do to release those stickers from the ruler, I just press down on the tops of the stickers so they're sticking to the paper, and then gently roll that ruler out. Okay, so now I have them exactly where I want them and they're all straight. But I do need a little, oh, this would be fun. What if we did this? What if we did a little heart here? Okay, that could be cute, right, on the top there. So, things I'll never do again, and now I need to do things I'll do again. So let's just write that right up here. Things I'll do again. I'll. Deborah, yes, Deborah said, do my outline first. We better come back and do our outlining, right? Oh, that just reminded me. I forgot to grab a new Sharpie. This is my OG, the Sharpie felt pen that I've used for years on everything that I do. But because it's a felt pen, eventually that little felt nub starts to wear down. The ink, the nub for me wears down far before the ink runs out. So I just need to go get a new one. Well, go downstairs and grab a new one out of the store. All right, there we go. Things I'll do again. And then this guy will go right there. So nice kind of, this is a type of list I call it's like an opposites attract, okay? So we've got, you know, things I'll never do again and things I'll do again. Let's go ahead and adhere this. I've been wrapping up yesterday the Happy Life, is that what it's called? Happy Day? Happy Day. Mini book project kit, and just replaced my little tape runner yesterday. I love it when you've got a new one. All right, things I'll do again. No, before I get too far, I need to have some kind of little something down here, right? I have this little flower down here. I need to add a little something down here. So let's see. Terry, I don't know. We'll see if we have a time limit. It depends. Nick's mom just came over. My mother-in-law just came over to spend a little bit of time with the kids. What does Reggie have in his mouth? Oh my goodness. I don't know. He just like brought up a sticker or something. Wow, that cat. Anyhow, sorry about that. Just got distracted. And then the kids and Kat's dad are going downtown to kind of explore and, you know, show them downtown. So they will, not sure when they'll be back. So we may have a time limit. We may not. We'll just see. We'll just see where we end. All right. So I have here the stickers from Discover and Create. We could put a little sticker down in this corner if we'd like. This guy. No. That's too much butterfly, okay? So I was thinking that might be kind of nice to put in the corner, but too much butterfly because I have butterflies here. We need to kind of expand past the butterfly. So I think what I'll do, maybe the little bird. We put a little birdie down here in this corner. That could be cute. And then, I don't know, this, I kind of like this little guy. Let's see what this little guy looks like maybe. We put that there. And then we feel like we need just a little something maybe going out that way. What if we do this little sticker? Let's see how this does. If we kind of just put that in there a little bit. And a little bird. Okay, too much. I'll just kind of keep playing with this for a sec. Hang on. Need my little tweezers here to kind of help me move some of that around. I think that works. Okay. So there's our list. We definitely have a little bit more color over here than we do over here, but that's okay. I could probably, if I felt like I needed to bring in a little bit of color, where did those go? I have some of these guys. These are the puffy stickers. I think we will do our list and then we'll come back and see if we need any color. So I think Martine had suggested this, which I think was a great idea. I am going to, on this list over here, I had pulled in some pink and I used a flower bullet stamp to do the bullets in between the things on my list. So I like the idea of over here doing the yellow because then we kind of have the pink yellow, or excuse me, yellow pink, and then here we'd have the pink yellow. So let's grab, that is from Bullets and More 2, that little flower that I used. Yeah. So this is funny. As I was just getting ready to pull that out, I thought, oh, did I put that away last time? I didn't. Look it's still on my little stylus here, so that's good. I always recommend that you put away your little stamps after you use them, or else you won't know what you did with them. They'll be lost, right? Things are all crooked here. Okay, so let's see if that fixes things. I don't like it when it looks crooked. I have my little flower stamp on there. So that is from Bullets and More too, and that is this little guy. So it's that little flower stamp right there. I would say the bullet stamps are the stamps that I use most often, just because I pretty much use a bullet stamp on almost every list that we do. I'm going to say, I think that mustard seed may be the good color here. So let's look and see. Oopsie. Red, orange, yellow. Okay, here we go. Squeezed lemonade, way too light. Scattered straw, a little bit too brown. Fossilized amber, mustard seed. I think mustard seed will be a good, I think that'll be pretty close. So what I have done here, I have taken that bullet stamp and I have added it to the stamping stylus. So stamping stylus is one of my Layle by Mail products. This is actually the new and improved version. So this I have had, I don't know, maybe the last 2 years, I want to say. I don't know. Time kind of flies. So stylus, this is the original version. This is the new and improved version. You really can't tell the difference until you do this. Okay. So the original version, that was just cut, and that's all it was. It was just cut. Here, it has been cut, and now it is laser polished. So you can see the difference. Do you see how this one is really cloudy and this one you can see through? The see-through doesn't really, that's not the important part. The important part is that because that's now polished, your stamps stick really, really, really well to that. They would stick here, but sometimes you had to clean this and sometimes you had to clean the bottom of your stamp. They would still stick, but now this is more like a true stamping block because it's been laser polished. So flat there, and then the edges are even polished, so they're not, you know, I mean, these were never sharp, but they were just kind of blunt. So that is the new and improved stamping stylus. So I've just added that to the end of the stylus. If you haven't seen me use this before, this is a really awesome little tool because, hi Tricia, nice to see you. Because when you're working with a little teeny stamp like that, even if you have a small little 1x1 block, it is still a little bit hard, a little bit difficult because your surface area of your stamping block is so much larger than the surface area of your stamp. So it's hard to kind of get it even. Once you have your little stamping stylus, it's really easy to use. So we just take my little stamp and into the ink, and look at how easy that is to do. Because that is a familiar shape, right? It's just like a pen or pencil, little bit wider in diameter than a pen or pencil, but it's something that your hand is used to. So you get a lot more control over a small stamp like this than you would using a stamping block because you have that little stylus. All right, so that's what little stylus is. I've put that stamp on there. Actually, I think I may need to, let me just try one more time. I think I may need to clean that. It's looking a little gunky. It's looking a little oh, just realized I forgot to wet my stamp chamois. So hang tight, I'll be right back. It'll take me 2 seconds just to wet this guy. Okay. Right, so, and I know what happened because I could see before we started, well, before I started stamping, I could see I didn't clean that off last time because I could still see the spun sugar ink on that. Always a good idea to clean your stamps after you use them. and I had not. So I'm just gonna clean that. I'm using my little stamp chamois to clean that. And now let's dry it off, because that's another important part. Yes, just talk amongst yourself. Ooh, whoops. Kathy, hi, nice to see you. Those stickers are Bella Boulevard. They're called Letter Scramble. And you will see them linked under the What I'm Using link in the description box of the video. They come in 16 different colors. They're pretty awesome. All right, so I cleaned it and then I totally dried it. It's really important that you dry your stamps after cleaning them if you're going to use them right away, because if you're using a water reactive ink, like a pigment-based ink, if there's any dampness or moisture on that at all, it is going to affect how it looks when you stamp with it. Now, sometimes you want that, but I'm not that person that wants that. I just use my inks for stamping and inking edges every once in a while with a stencil. But I definitely want to make sure it is dry. So I just used a little microfiber cloth to dry it. All right, I'm going to see if you guys can see this. So right there on the right is the one that I just stamped after cleaning it. And on the left is the one that is pre-clean. So after it was cleaned, before it was cleaned. I don't know if you can see the difference in the details. See how that one is kind of a little bit filled in? And this one is just nice and clear and sharp. So I could just see that as I was kind of doing my stamping, and thought I need to clean that before I use it, right? Oh yes, before I do that, very quickly, I had done a little underline here. Oopsie. Apparently I have a little bit of water still on my hands. All right, so let me do my little underline here. Okay, now we can start our stamping for our list. So things I'll do again. Last week was things I'll never do again. This week, things I will do again. So first thing I will do again, I will grow my hair long. I'm one of those people who it takes forever for my hair to grow. Oh, that looks like an H. That's okay. It takes forever for my hair to grow, but I'm working on it. I did not intentionally cut my hair. I have had the same lady who's done my hair, literally, I'm gonna say for 27 years. And I don't know, maybe about 9 months ago, she said, usually she never cuts my hair when she colors it. And she said, I'm just gonna trim it up. You have some like split ends. And I said, okay. And I got home and she took like 2.5 inches off. Now, for someone that it takes like 10 years to grow an inch, it feels like, and she took 2.5 inches, I was like, oh my gosh. So anyhow, yeah, I'm working on it. Let's see. Terry said, I love that idea, Deborah. What did Deborah say? Double page spread shaped like a house. Okay, I missed something. I totally missed something. Karen said her hair grows at the rate of 5 inches per year. I wish. So wish, but no. Okay, things I'll do again. Grow my hair. Yep, working on it. Another thing I will do again. Visit South Africa. And take Nick with me this time. So I think maybe 8 years ago-ish, I had the opportunity to go teach in South Africa. I was working for Simple Stories. So flew into Johannesburg and immediately from there to Cape Town, taught a class in Cape Town, went on a safari, flew back to Johannesburg, taught a class in Johannesburg, and then flew home, 10 days. It was amazing. It was truly one of the most amazing things I've ever done and one of the most amazing opportunities I've ever had, because I was working, right? I was working. So I was basically paid to go do that, which is an amazing trip. But Nick did not go. Both boys were in high school at the time. Both boys were playing football. It was during the fall. And Nick said, I'm not missing their games. It's too important to me. I'm not going to miss their games. So he did not go with me. And I have said since the second day of that trip, oh my gosh, I am coming back and I will take Nick. Nick and I will go again. So yes, that is something I will 100% do again. Go to South Africa and take Nick this time. Or we'll go together. It's not like I'll take him, but we'll go together. Nick's my husband. All right. Next thing. Things I will do again. Run a 5K race. I stopped running years ago due to knee issues, but I will work my way up to a race again. I don't know when, but that is something I will do again. I probably will never run regularly again because I just don't think that my body can do it. My head can do it. I don't know that my knees will cooperate, but that was they talk about the runner's high, 100%. The furthest that I ever ran, I did a 10K. And that was amazing and felt so good after. So really enjoy that runner's high. But I don't think that I don't think I'll run on a regular basis again, but I will work my way up to that. And that kind of is very kind of top of mind right now because Nick and I every year used to run like the turkey trots, the Thanksgiving races. So we'll definitely do that one again. Let's see. Teresa says she uses mane and tail shampoo conditioner for hair growing. Teresa, Sam uses that as well. Sam, our younger son. So he's told me about that, the mane and tail. So I may need to look into that, right? I may need to look into that. Nikki, you lived in South Africa twice. Oh, that's amazing. How cool. How cool. Karen said she will never be running a 5K. I don't even want to ever run again. So if Karen was doing this list on her things that she'll never do again, she would probably have run a 5K, right? Oh, Tracy said, let me know when and I'll join you. Absolutely, right? Right. Okay. Let's see. This is another one. So these are totally, just really random. These are all pretty random, right? All pretty random. Things I'll do again. Watch Schitt's Creek. I loved that series so much and was so sad when it was over. Schitt's Creek. If you have not watched that, it's a good one. It is a good one. So one of the things that's a little bit different on my things I'll do again list, this one I have a little bit more commentary going, where I really didn't have much commentary going here. I did a little bit, but this was a little bit more like bulleted list oriented, where this side has a little bit more commentary going with it. So you can totally mix and match, or just have it be a plain list, no commentary, or have it be a list that's all commentary. So when I say a list that's all commentary, an example of that would be a list like this that we did last month. This was favorite Halloween memories. So these were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things on my list, right? But these were all commentaries. So instead of just saying costumes, then I kind of add a little bit more commentary about my favorite Halloween memories related to costumes, or favorite Halloween memories related to trick-or-treating or something like that. So some of my lists have a lot of commentary and some really don't at all. Okay, let's see. Watch Schitt's Creek. Another one. Okay, get another cat. I'll definitely get another cat. Not anytime soon, because we have Sam's cat, which we'll have Sam's cat, I don't know, for a while. Sam right now seems pretty pretty intent on going back to New Zealand. He would really like to get a work visa and work in New Zealand for maybe like a year. We're hoping it's not soon because as his parents, we really feel like he needs to get some things done before he does that. But so we'll have, I think, Sam's cat for a while. If he goes to New Zealand, then we'll definitely have Sam's cat for a while. Here's just kind of a funny little sidebar, you guys. So I had mentioned that Sam had been in New Zealand for 2 weeks. His cousin, one of his cousins, is there and has been working on a visa. So he went with the cousin's older brother, Sam and his cousin's older brother, also his cousin, went to New Zealand for 2 weeks and stayed with him and toured and, saw so many different things. Their last night in Auckland, they went into a bar and they walked in and Sam's like, wait a minute, what? Could that really be? It was Post Malone. Post Malone, the singer, was sitting in the bar by himself, no one around him at all. And so Sam and his cousin walked up to him and Sam said, hey, are you Post Malone? Now, if you don't know Post Malone, you don't know what he looks like. He has tattoos all over his face and his hands. So it's a little hard to be incognito if you're Post Malone. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm Post Malone. So Post Malone happens to live in Utah. He lives about 10 minutes from where we do. And so Sam's like, oh my gosh, I'm from Utah. I literally live like 10 minutes away from you. And so they struck up a conversation. Sam bought him a beer. And they're having a long enough conversation in this bar that Sam buys him another beer. So it's kind of fun. Sam met Post Malone. Anyhow, that all has to do with getting another cat. I've had a cat since I was right when I graduated high school or college. I'd never had a cat in my life, and then have had cats ever since. So, we went about a 2-year period without a cat because our last cat died during the pandemic, and Nick said, no more pets. We're not going to be more pets. We both travel. It's kind of crazy. And so, through a long story short, we have Sam's cat because his roommate, one of his new roommates, is allergic to cats, and so we have Sam's cat, which we're enjoying very much. But that's kind of solidified, yes, I will have another cat again in the future. At some point when Sam takes Reggie away, which will be so sad, then we'll get another cat. Let's see. Did Sam buy a beer for himself? Sam bought a few beers for himself. Although we were laughing, we're like, hello, Post Malone be buying Sam a beer. Sam shouldn't be buying Post Malone a beer. Yeah, they got a picture with him. It was really fun. Yeah, it was really fun. So because of the time difference, last Sunday, because Sam just got home on Monday, time difference, I woke up Sunday morning and I look out on Instagram and I see there was a picture of Sam and Post Malone on Sam's Instagram. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Ms. L said, how cool for Sam. A great story to tell for a long time. Yeah, totally. It's kind of a fun story, right? Really fun story. All right. So yes, we'll get another cat. What else do I have? Oh, yes. Okay. I will go to Disneyland. Whoopsie, Disneyland. It brings back so many great memories of going as a kid with my grandpa. Whoopsie, kind of ran out of room there. Kind of ran out of room, but that's okay. Yes, I love Disneyland. And we obviously took our kids. We took our kids to Disneyland, but for me, Disneyland, my real core memories are going with my grandpa. My grandparents lived in Anaheim. And so he would take us and he would have little tickets. He would hold on to the ticket books, and of course all the e-ticket rides, all the e-tickets were gone first, and then at the end of the day you just had the A ones left and nobody wanted to go on the A rides. And yeah, so great memories. We'll go back to Disneyland. All right, this one would probably be on every list that I've ever written if I were to have written a list on things I'll do again, because this is just my life. This is just cyclical. It's been cyclical all my life. I will get healthy. get healthy, right? Get regular exercise. And eat right. Okay, that's just, I know. I'm 55 years old. I just know that's going to be something that's going to be on my list the rest of the life. It's cyclical. I get healthy, then I get lazy, and then I get healthy again, then I get lazy, and it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I will find / create balance in my life. I've never been good at that, ever. Ever. I've always been a workaholic, and we were talking about this last night. Anyhow, Jack was, when I made the very difficult decision to leave Simple Stories, to kind of take my side hustle, my Layle by mail, into my full-time thing. I basically had worked myself into 2 full-time jobs, the Simple Stories job and then my Layle by mail job, business. And so Nick and the boys and my mom literally sent me down back then and had an intervention. And they're like, you can't keep doing this. You're burning the candle at both ends. The house is on fire, meaning that the candle had burned and the house is now on fire. And you are working yourself to the bone and you can't keep it up. So I said, okay, I'm going to make a decision. I got to focus on one. So side hustle, full-time thing, Layle by mail. Which, because it's my personality, I now have worked myself into working almost as much as I was before. So Jack was joking last night. He's like, and so do we need to do another intervention? So yes, find / create, because you can't find it, really, you got to create it, got to make it, balance in my life. So things I'll do again, I will. I need to work on that, I will. Another that kind of has to do with the balance, I will make time to read more. I love reading, and I used to read all the time, and I don't so much anymore, so I will do that. And things I'll do again. This is a continue, because I've been doing well on this one. Continue to date Nick. Okay, now, Nick's my husband, so you might think, well, that's weird. What do you mean continue to date him? We have made a point this year to date, to go on dates, right? To go on dates. We both travel a lot, and, you know, it's important. We've been married 28 and a half years. 28 and a half years that we continue to work on our relationship, so date. Okay, friends, so that is the end of my list. Those are things that I will do again. And that was our opposites attract. Things I'll never do again from last week, and things I'll do again from this week, with that fun little kind of half page in between. Okay, so let me just get this little guy put away. And I kind of have some of these little stamps that are moving around on me. Let me get those back down again so I don't lose them. That's a little bumblebee, and that's a little pencil. Here's a little tip. If you were, especially little stamps, this definitely happens more often with little stamps than big stamps, because they have such a small surface area. If they are not sticking so well to either the sheet or your stamping block, clean the backside, okay? Clean the backside of them, because they can get little, fuzz and dirt and lint on the backside of the stamps, and that will make it so they do not stick either to the sheet and or your stamping block. So just, little damp cloth, clean the back sides of them. You can even kind of do that too. Clean your little stamping block, and then they'll stick again, no problem. All right, and that's really any of your stamps, right? But smaller ones, it happens to more often because there's less surface area for them to stick to. All right, so the last thing I need to do is date this. I need to date this. I think maybe just a little guy right there. Little tiny date stamp. This would say November. Today is the 25th. Okay. Let's get our black ink out and take a look at what that might look like. I need to test this first, because always test, right? I tested that guy. Remember, I tested over here. I tested my little flowers, and that's how I knew I needed to clean them, because they were looking a little not too detailed. But I always test. You should always, always, always test before you do something in a project to make sure that everything is as it should be. So, for example, with the roller date stamp, you want to make sure that you put the right date on there, November 25th. In that case, the 5 is a little higher, so I want to adjust that. Nothing really wrong with it, but I'd like it to be kind of even. So there we go, November 25th, 2023. And that, now it looks good. I'm just going to put right down here. Okay, so there we go. November 25, 2023. And that list, or those 2 lists, are now done. Okay, let's clean this guy off, and then we will move on to our next list. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Are you listing with me today? Some of you mentioned you're watching football. Some of you mentioned you're getting your Christmas decorations out. What are you doing? Let's see. Oh, Karen said, okay, hoping that guy I never heard of bought him one at least. Karen, I think you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at some of the music. Like if you listen to the radio, you would definitely recognize some of his music, Post Malone. Scrapbook Sister said I have read more and health wellness on my list too. So you guys, if you did list with me, what did you put on your list? What did you put on your list of things that you'll do again? Or if you weren't here last week and you're like, oh, I want to do the things I'll never do again list. What were some things on your things I'll never do again list? Ms. L said memory planning. Oh, very good. Oh yes, Creative Cindy, that book of dates and whatever the card says to do, you have to do. Yes, that one is the Couples Adventure Challenge. We've been having so much fun with that, right? So much fun with that. Okay, Karen said, is he on sports radio? Pretty sure he's not. Is he from an 80s band? Definitely not. Probably not. You're so not current on music. Well, that's fun. Lisa, hi Lisa. Lisa said she's cleaning up so she can feel good about sitting down to craft, right? Gotta work to play, right? Sometimes we gotta work to play. Monique is working on her December documented. Fabulous. Crafty Karen is working on her daily journal, which was inspired by my December daily journal. I love that. You decided to journal every day this year. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. I love that, Karen. I love that for you. That's awesome. All right. Okay, so next up, our next list is, let's see, what is our next list? Oh wait, hang on. Let me just, if I can just clean up a little bit here in between. I'm not going to completely put those letter stickers away because we may get to a 4th list. We'll either do 2 or 3 or 4. This was the first one, but I need to just put these little guys away because we're done with this for today. I will continue working with Discover and Create, especially after the first of the year, especially after we get past kind of the holidays, because we'll do lots of holiday listing. We'll start out with 1 this week. But I will continue to use this collection just because it's such a good, it's a good neutral, right? It is a good neutral because it's not themed, right? It's not Christmas or Halloween or spring, or just a great neutral to work into kind of your generic lists. All right, so there we are. That is our first list. Next up is things I'm thankful for. Okay, things I'm thankful for. So this time of year, we think about things we're thankful for because of the Thanksgiving holiday, right? It kind of lends to that topic. So a list about things that we are thankful for. So I'm going to jump here. I'm going to just show something in the idea book from last year. Last year we did this list. This is another time capsule type list because obviously the things that you're thankful for could change from year to year. I think this is under fall, chapter 5, fall, page 33. So let's see if that's where it is. I did not. It's either fall or family. Okay, maybe it's under family. I should have looked at this before. Family, chapter 11, page 54. Let's see. it may not be here. What would I have done with it? Let me look. Just let's see one more. And if it's not here, oh yeah, here we go. So this list we did almost exactly a year ago, November 26th of 2022. This was a list of things we're thankful for, okay? So same type of list, but this year I'll just be listing things I'm thankful for. But last year when we did this, I put someone else's voice into my list. Actually, not someone, some other people's. So I did a list of things I was thankful for, but then I also gave a piece of cardstock to Nick, to Kat, and to Jack, because Kat and Jack were in town last year for Thanksgiving, and I said, I would like you guys to write on this piece of cardstock the things that you're thankful for. So it's kind of a fun way to get someone else's voice or other people's voices into your projects, right? Hand them a piece of paper and say, hey, will you fill this out? I had done that same thing back in February of 2021, things I love about Nick. And then some people had suggested that I give him a piece of paper and ask him to write the things he loved about me. So a couple of different ways to get different people's voices into your list or your projects. But this one is just going to be me. This year it's just me. So I'm going to use product from the 49 & Market Art Options Spice collection. So we used that last week. I need to trim this little guy's little feelers off here because they're his little, I don't know what those are, his little antenna, because I didn't quite get enough sticky behind him. Oh, I know. That reminds me. I'll show you how I finished off this list, because last week, if you were with me, we were working on this list, or I was working on this list, and I had added some little piece over here, and then it just kind of, I just kind of hit a wall, right? Sometimes you hit a wall creatively and nothing seems to be working, and you're trying different things and nothing's really gelling, so I walked away. And a couple days later, I came back and just added a couple more things and called it good. So I added another little rub on over here and then added that kind of like purple butterfly moth, and then it all kind of worked together. But that was Art Option Spice. So I'm going to use Art Option Spice again for this list because it kind of, works well for this time of year. It's kind of a beautiful fall themed collection. It has some little pumpkins in it, which thought might be fun to work in. So these are some, I have a mixture up here of the die cut ephemera and the laser cut pieces. So like, look at that. That is laser cut. The difference between a die cut and a laser cut. That is a die cut. See how it has the white border all the way around? Basically, that is the shape, right? This is a laser cut. That is cut with the laser. So look at how intricate that is. That really looks like maybe some dried flowers that have been pressed. That is the shape. You can see on the back side all of that just beautiful, intricate work that's been done. So we may use, I don't know, I just kind of punched out some things. This is another laser cut from Art Options Spice. Look at that. That is a ribbon. Now that literally looks like a ribbon. That is not real ribbon. That is a laser cut. So kind of fun. Kind of things that you can get level of detail with a laser cut as opposed to a die cut. All right, so there we go. I need, ooh, look at this guy. Look at that. Like that literally could go, that could be just one side of the page. You could call it good at that, right? Because that's so large. What's so nice about that too is if you're working in a larger format, like let's say you're working on a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, that is a good size for larger base. Okay, so let me look at some of the pattern paper. This is, there's my sketch. That actually has a meaning. I know what I'm doing there. So, I think I know what I'm doing. That's my sketch. So I was thinking I could go with maybe something like this over here, and then using something large like that here. I do though want to get a few, maybe little pumpkins in. So I actually could just put a pumpkin right there if I wanted. Or let's look, that's too dark, because if I want to go kind of more neutral over here, although I could also do this. I'm just thinking out loud. I could do, maybe I need to do something like that to put that there, because this is pretty stark if that's there. I think that's a little too stark. So if this was there, then that maybe just goes right there. That's really pretty. Let's kind of come back to this and see what we have over here. I know I want to do something neutral here. I'm not sure if I want to that would be, I mean, that type of background would be so easy because my title's right there. I list the things I'm thankful for, and then, I mean, I could call it good, right? So you don't have to use a lot of product when you're working on a list. I always say you only need two things. You need something to write with and something to write on. And that could be as simple as you write on something like this with a pen and you call it good, because you're doing the documenting, you're doing the storytelling, right? What we do here on a Saturday, this is all storytelling. It's all documenting, it's all memory keeping, because I'm telling a story, even if it's something like this. This is a story, right? This is a story that I've probably never told before. This is a story that probably a lot of people in my life don't really know about me. Things that I'll never do again and things that I'll do again. So I like to play with all the product because I think that's fun and that just gives me so much energy. But you don't have to. So it could be as simple as taking a piece of paper like this and writing your list and calling it good. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, I kind of like, if we go back to this with that there, and then, is this the one I was looking at over here? Was that it? I think I like that background better than that background, just that little check. I think I like this as a little bit more neutral. Or I could come back to that. Before I decide, I need to figure out my title. I need to figure out my title. So I want to grab some of the rub-ons. So these were part of the rub-ons. I'm just looking. Oh, here's a whole sheet of pumpkins that are part of the rub-ons. Where are my large rub-ons? Where are the big ones? Because I was looking to see if these are the ephemera, so I don't want that to open. Let me just look at the back of that. Fabulous fall day. Filled with gratitude. Okay, so I was looking for some kind of title that I might be able to use. So filled with gratitude, that would totally work. So let me just pull out a little tray here so I can dump those out without getting them everywhere. But I want to figure out the title first because that will probably drive some of the colors that I decide to use. That's another thing I love about 49 and Market. That's the packaging. Like that you could use for anything. All right, let's see. Everything is amazing. That could work on something. Looking for that title here. Oh, here we go. I think that's it. Ooh, okay, filled with gratitude. Now, this might be, let's look. Filled with gratitude might be a little bit too wide for what I need. So, I bet I could make it work. I think I could make it work. But watch this. If I don't do any pattern paper, so I could forego the pattern paper and then just do my list on the white. And that is something I'm really drawn to because there's so much going on here. Like there's so much color in that and so much kind of intricacy. And then this is a pretty heavy title that if I do it on the white, it might resonate a little bit more with my style. And then I could kind of work in that little pumpkin because the little pumpkin, when I was trying to look over here, that was just a lot. It kind of looked forced, right? So I could work in that little pumpkin there and maybe put this up here and then work there. And then down here, I think that would just kind of be it. And then I need to do maybe something right down here. So if I were to do something right down there, what might I do? What might I do? Now, I've got a couple of these things that maybe I could tuck under there to fill in a little bit more of the space. So something like that, because it is also a laser cut. If I needed to kind of add a little bit more to fill in a little bit more of this space down here, then maybe I don't need to find something to kind of work down there. That's probably too much, but something like that totally works. What if this little guy? Oh, I kind of like that little guy there, because now it almost looks like it's a little dried flower arrangement. That little guy right there, maybe? I think that works. Maybe this guy. Oh, I kind of liked him down here. Just kind of sticking down there. All right. So then, still down here, I feel like I need something. Guess what it is? What do I always say? What do I always say? Let's see. Denise said this is my favorite 49 market line. So beautiful, isn't it? Really, it's this. The colors in this collection are just so like bright and vibrant and stunning. Just like the bright pink with the traditional fall colors. I agree. It's beautiful. Let's see. Terry said, Layle, have I missed news on your dies that will match your stamps? Terry, a couple weekends ago, I talked about that, I believe. Weekends ago, or it was on a What's New Wednesday, the first sample came back. So sampled the dies for the a couple of the clips on the clip stamps, and the die on the typewriter from the original in the news. And so had to make some modifications in the artwork, and so now they're producing the samples again. So we're just waiting for those new samples to come back. Kind of a little bit, needed to move a little bit with the sizing and the dies. So we're waiting for those samples to come back. As soon as they come back, test again, and then once that everything looks good, then we'll go into production. So well on the way. They're in the works still. You can never have too much happy. That could work down here, right? You can never have too much happy. But maybe I want to go with, I don't know, maybe, what if I want to go with a black one instead of a white one? Because I'll be doing my black writing over here. So what about this? Ooh, yes. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Now, it is, I think that works really well with Filled with Gratitude, right? Life doesn't have to be perfect to be thankful or grateful, right? We can always find things to be thankful or grateful for. But it is too wide. Life doesn't have to be perfect. So normally what I would do, I would say life doesn't have to be perfect, and then I would chop to be wonderful, but that's going to look really imbalanced for me. So I'm going to do this. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Now we can take that and, oopsie, this we'll put right here. And then perfect to be wonderful will go right below it. Okay, so I think I will do this. And then look for maybe a little, I don't know, I'd like to have a little heart, but I don't know if I'll find a little heart. So we'll kind of come back to that in a minute. To get that to adhere, I need to use a glue pen. And I don't need to use a glue pen on the whole thing, but I for sure need to use a glue pen on part of it. So let's just turn this little guy over. And the part I need to, well, actually this little guy, I do need to use a glue pen on the whole thing, just because there's really not enough surface area there to get my little tape runner on. We're just gonna say this guy will probably go around right here. We'll just hope that we like the placement of that. We'll make it work, right? We'll make it work. Oh, actually it's too high. Quick, quick, quick before it dries. Because they call it a two-way glue pen. When it's still blue, it is repositionable. And then when it turns white, then it is permanent. So there we go. That kind of works. We'll do that. All right. Now I'm going to come in with this little glue pen again and work quickly because I don't want that to dry. Get as many of those little outlying parts adhered with glue on them, right? So that they don't lift. Now, I could have just taken my tape runner and put a tape runner in those larger areas, but that's all right. And again, I want to work pretty quickly because I don't want those little parts to kind of start to dry. All right. I don't remember which way I had that. I guess it was like this. So pretty. Those giant pieces are just so fun to work with. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're nice and stuck down. All right, so now we'll come over here and we'll use our tape runner behind that large part. Let me put this guy away. Might as well use the tape runner behind that. And then come in with that little glue pen again in those little outliers. So I'm going to try to go as far, I'm going to push it a little bit and try to go as far as I can, even if I'm kind of on the edge over here. I'm okay with that. I need to come back in to this guy right here and make sure to get my little adhesive behind him. All right, I think that will work. Okay, then let's see. Let's do a little outlining. Right, so Terry just said washi across both pages. Whoopsie. Okay. I just completely went off the side of the page there, the top of the page. I really need to, I'm gonna see if I can have Nick grab me another Sharpie because this one is really, actually I know what I'll do. I will transition from the felt Sharpie to the rollerball Sharpie. So Sharpie recently started doing a rollerball. Okay, so write's pretty much the same, looks pretty much the same, but rollerball instead of felt. The only difference that I've been able to tell is when you write with it, a felt kind of feels like it drags a little bit on the paper, whereas the rollerball kind of is a little bit more smooth on the paper. Okay, oh, let's get this guy there. All right, so obviously this part will have to cut off the edge because I won't have it hang over. Okay, what was I just gonna say? I had a train of thought there. Oh, I know, the washi. Okay, so the washi, let's look at the washi, but I think the washi with art options is not, where is it? Where would that be? I know, it's where the big, remember a minute ago when I was like, where are my big rub-ons with that? They are in a bin somewhere. So they're not in this bin, which means the washi, because it's bigger, is not in this bin. So I have no idea offhand for the next minute where that is. So I will not be doing washi, at least from, I won't be doing washi, at least from the collection with this one. All right. Let me look at some kind of little. Oh, I know what I was maybe going to do. Should he go there? He could go there, right? Look at that is a squirrel from Discover and Create. So I think that would be fun there. Actually, he works really well there. I'm going to add him there, but I feel like I need maybe some kind of little pop of color behind him. Like, could we do that? I don't know if that's the right thing. What else might work? No, that's not the right thing either, because that's a little, let's just see. Let's just see. Those guys? No, those look like they're just floating midair. Maybe this guy. Maybe that little guy. He just kind of goes right there. Right here. Right here. I think it's fine. I think we're just going to do it. Unless, what if this kind of goes up along the edge? I think I like that better. All right, so I want to cut this little last part off. We'll have a little orange leaf there. There will be no pumpkin, but that's okay. We don't need to have a pumpkin because we have a squirrel. So nice of Vicky to add squirrels in, right? She added squirrels for us. Okay, that one I should have just done my regular tape runner, but that's okay. All right, let's do this guy, and we'll do this guy right here. Maybe this kind of bleeds off the page a little bit. He goes right there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that little squirrel. He's so stinking cute, right? He is so cute. All right, so now we're ready to write our list. We are ready. Oh, I just remembered something I was going to do. I forgot. Let's do that. There, that's the way we work in it, pumpkin. We'll just put that little pumpkin right there. There. All right. So now, let me see, hang on. You know what? So, Terry said, is there a smaller squirrel in the collection? I'm not sure, Terry. There may be in the sticker book, but sticker book is just barely shipping from American Crafts, so I don't have it yet. Ms. L, I think she added them as an odd to you. She very well could have. Sharon said, question to everyone. If you were just beginning, what supplies would you purchase from Layle's shop? I want to begin participating in January 2024. Sharon, I love that you asked that question. You've come to the right place because I know the people that are here would be more than happy to share because you have people that have been here for all varying times. You have some people that have known me for like 20 years. You have some people that have been listing with us for the last 3.5 years since we started in the beginning of the pandemic. And you have some people that are really, really new. So you get some good different perspectives. So those of you that are here, I would love it if you would share kind of your thoughts with her. I would love it, love it, love it. So that reminded me, there was something I was going to add. I was going to add the fall mini icons in there too. So let's look. I don't know if they'll fit anymore, because I kind of had a different idea. What my idea was, over here, I was going to, see in here, right in here, I was going to add a couple of the little fall mini icons, like the little leaves. I was going to stamp the little leaves, but now I kind of have a lot going on here. A little stamped leaf might have been really nice there, leaf, but now that is down, it's glued, so that's not moving. Let's just look, because, oh yeah, I had them out. They're right here. So let's look. mini icon. So I could still do just a couple leaves interspersed in that, I think. So I think I would do this guy right there. All right, so now ink-wise, I need to be looking for something that is, I think, this color. I think I need something like that. What did I pull out? Seedless Preserve, would that be it? I don't think I want orange. Maybe that. Maybe that. Okay, let's look. What did Seedless Preserve? So Seedless Preserve is obviously a little bit more on the purple side. Dusty Concord, Seedless Preserves. So it's super purple, right? It's pretty purple. What about Rusty Hinge? So Rusty Hinge is going to be a little bit more obviously on the, oh, actually, I think Rusty Hinge is, I have it might be more on the orange side. Gathered Twigs. Gathered Twigs could be pretty. Vintage Photo, Walnut Saint. I think Rusty Hinge, I might have actually in the orange side because red, orange, yellow. It might be a little bit too orange. Rusty Hinge. That's a really good reason of why you should swatch your inks. Look at the difference of that. That's what it looks like on the cover. That's what it looks like stamped. There's a pretty big difference there, right? There's a pretty big difference. Swatching, that's the true color. I don't know. Seedless Preserves. I don't know. It's purple. I'm not a huge purple fan. So let's just see what it would look like. I need to get a larger stamp block because that is too big for the stylus. So the next set of stamp blocks that I would look to would be these. That is a little set that I have on the website. Those are 2 round cylindrical, right? Round cylinder stamp blocks. It's actually, this is funny. The Mini Icons Fall stamp set was the first in a series. There are now 3 of these so far. So Mini Icons Fall, Mini Icons Christmas, or excuse me, Mini Icons Holiday, and Mini Icons Winter. You know what started this whole series? These. I found these and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are the best stamp blocks. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, we have bullet stamps. We should have mini icons. Mini icons would be perfect for these. So it's kind of funny that went the other way. So let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. So that works really well in the smaller of the 2. There are some fun stamp bundles that I have out there right now. One of them is a mini icon stamp bundle. So that stamp bundle includes the fall mini icons. It includes the holiday mini icons, which is this stamp set. And it includes the winter mini icons, which is this stamp set. So the bundle includes all 3 of those. And if you buy the bundle, you get those 2 stamping blocks for free. Okay, and that's not a Black Friday thing. That's just an always thing. All right, so let's try Seedless Preserves. Let's see what we think here. And this is when we come back to our little test book, right? We pull out our little test book to see. Can't commit, right? I just don't know. We can't commit yet. Got to see if we would like it. Okay, let's look. I think it's pretty. I think it would be pretty in there. I think we're going to do it. All right, I think we're going to do it. So I am just going to come in here and arbitrarily just start, arbitrarily just start doing a little stamping. But I need to do this. I need to take pencil board, hard flat surface that I put underneath that page because now that gives me a nice hard flat surface to stamp on. I think I like 2 together. Okay, there we go, right? That works, and now I'll just do my list in there. I like that purple. I like that Seedless Preserved. I think that looks nice. That's a nice kind of match for that, for the colors in that Spice collection. Look at me using purple. Do you believe it? I do not. All right, I won't clean that yet because maybe I'll still use it. We'll see. All right, filled with gratitude. What are the things I am grateful for? What are the things you guys are grateful for? You tell me. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? A lot of times it's this time of year. Whoopsie, I kind of bobbled that a little bit. Oh well. This time of year, we tend to think about things that we're grateful for. Really, we should be thinking about that all year, right? But what are some of the things you're grateful for? Okay, just had to snip those two little guys off because they were hanging over a little bit, kind of into that little center there, and they weren't sticking well. So, all right, things that I am grateful for. Let me come and look back here. Let's see. I love it. You guys are giving all kinds of suggestions to Sharon. I love that. And you know what, you guys, I think it means a lot more coming from you. That's why she asked you guys than me, right? Because you guys are impartial. You're not biased. So I loved seeing all these things. You guys are saying the big red tape runner, the idea book. I think that's a great suggestion, the idea book, because there are tons of ideas in there. Mini icons, black ink, right? Black ink. Let's see. Tracy said alpha stickers, little stamp blocks. Jill, great point. Jill said, I do have a list on my website of like my basics, like my basic tools that I'm always using. Let's see. Nita said she's thankful for the parents that she had. Tracy's grateful for friends and family and health. Tammy is thankful for my family, this community, my paper. Martine, she's grateful for crossing BBQ at Christmas off my bucket list this year. Yes, Martine told me she is coming. Martine lives in the Netherlands, and she is coming to Florida for Christmas. So that is so fun. That is so fun. Colleen says she's grateful for the support of the Squirrel Squad when I need it most. Oh, I love that, Colleen. I love that. Kathy is grateful. She's going to be a grandma next year. Oh, so good. So good. You know what? Sometimes you guys... sometimes this is hard. Sometimes it is hard to even come up with one thing that you're grateful for, right? I get it. I mean, sometimes it's life. But I think you can, if you look and think, you can be thankful for beautiful blue skies. You can be thankful for, a Hallmark Christmas movie to take your mind off things. You can be thankful for a really good sandwich. You can be thankful for a conversation on the phone. You can be thankful. There's so many things that you can be thankful for. They don't have to be big, elaborate things, right? They don't have to be the things like good health. Maybe you're not in good health. Maybe, somebody like Pamela Grant has gone through a heck of a time with multiple hip surgeries, but she can be thankful that she is Pamela with your hair. Hello. But she can be thankful that now she, she can't drive yet, but she's weight bearing on, I think, her left leg, she told us last time. So if we look, and sometimes we have to look harder, we can be thankful for things. So this is just a good time of year to kind of think about those things. Alexis is grateful for her family. Diane is grateful for her good health. Terry's thankful for a creative community, has many different groups from far and near, but they're all part of her happiness. She said, thank you all too. I love that. Debbie's therapy. See, Kate, and I love this. Debbie's therapy said, I've been thankful for my eyelash curler. See, exactly. You get to decide what you're thankful for. And some days it may be the only thing you can think of is your darn eyelash curler. But guess what? Then you have an eyelash curler and you're thankful that you could think of something to be thankful for, right? I love that. Thankful for my eyelash curler. One of the things on my list is sometimes I'm thankful for a good hair day, because some days when you don't have a good hair day and you've got a string of non-good hair days, then when you get one, you're like, oh, I'm so thankful for that. Okay, so things I am thankful for. I am thankful for... Okay, one more thing I need to do. I need to have little bullets, right? I need to have little bullets separating things here. So let me get this guy. I'm just going to go with the regular. Bye. Bye. I'm going to go with the regular. Now, my mother-in-law and father-in-law are leaving. And so had to say a little goodbye there, and then Jack and Kat are after them out the door, and then Nick's after them out the door. So anyhow, I am going to get like this. I'm going to the original, the OG. Now, there's nothing wrong with these stamps. I've just stamped with them a lot in yellow, so that's why they're looking a little yellowish. I am taking one of those OG stamps. Oopsie. It's a little, just literally like a circle. It's literally like a bullet. And this guy just fell off. So what we were talking about earlier, I just need to clean the little back of him because there's a little dust or lint on the back that is preventing him from sticking to the sheet. So there we go. All right. So I'm going to use just this little bullet stamp, and I will put it on the end of the stylus. And I need something to separate all the things on my list. So I think if we use just that little seedless preserve again, that seedless preserve is a good one. I think I have that on the website. There we go. There's just my little bullet. Okay, my nice little circles. All right, so starting right here, I am thankful, my health. Right? I'm thankful for my health. I'm relatively healthy. Which is good, right? I am very thankful for the strong relationship that Nick and I have after 30 years. So we haven't been married for 30 years, but we've been together for 30 years. Very thankful for that. He's an amazing man. I'm very, very, very lucky. I'm thankful for our healthy parents. My mom is incredibly healthy. She is 77 and still plays tennis 4 days a week. And she could kick my butt. I tell you what, she is like, she works out, she does TRX. I mean, she's really, really healthy. She and I are very different that way. But yeah, she's healthy mentally, she's healthy physically, everything is right with her. Nick's mom will be turning 80 next month, and she is in very good health. Nick's stepdad, also in very good health. My dad is good. What? Hang on, you guys. Just go. So just go. Okay. Just go, and then go inside and check in, and then go up to his apartment. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Sorry, friends. My dad. Yes, my dad is in good physical health. Mental health is another situation. He is dementia, early Alzheimer's, and so Nick is actually going over there to run him to the doctor now, and Nick was just saying he can't get a hold of him. So anyhow, but yes, thankful for our healthy parents. Nick's dad passed away, oh my goodness, many years ago, but I'm thankful for our healthy parents, because as you get older, then you kind of start switching roles with your parents, right? Where you are kind of a caregiver, and then they are not the child by any means, but the kind of caregiving roles kind of reverse a little bit. So at this point, very, very thankful for the health of our parents. Very thankful for our strong and independent boys, okay, Jack and Sam. Very thankful that they are healthy and they are independent, and independent is a good thing, right? Very thankful that they're independent, out on their own, living their lives. I'm extremely thankful for my successful business, and my I was trying to figure out what would work there. my amazing customers and friends. I'm very, 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 very fortunate. Very fortunate that way. I work really hard. But I feel very, very, very fortunate to be able to do what I do. I have my own business. I run my own business. I make all the decisions. I pay the price if the decision is wrong. As I look at my life has always, everything in my life that I've done, career-wise, has led me to doing what I am doing now. And it's very bizarre when I think about it. But I feel very fortunate to be able to do what I do. And like we were talking about earlier, that is thanks to you guys, because I could not do what I do. I could not have a business, teaching classes and designing products and bringing in amazing products from other manufacturers, if I didn't have great customers and great friends like you guys. So I'm very, very, very grateful that, and it's something I'm grateful for every day of the year. One of the things that was on my list from last weekend, things I'll never do again, was I will never work for someone else. That is if I can help it. I am where I'm supposed to be. So I'm very, very, very grateful and thankful for that. I am very grateful, thankful for my ability to travel. The ability to travel. It's one of the most important things to me. Travel is a huge part of my life. It has always been a big part of my life since I was little. My dad was in the Navy. We moved a lot. We traveled a lot. We lived in Japan for 3 years. It's always just been a huge part of my life, whether it's been career-wise, whether it's been personal. It's always just been a big part of my life, and I love it, and I live for it, and I plan for it, and I save for it, and luckily Nick feels the same way. So I feel very fortunate, feel very grateful for the ability to be able to travel, and that's that's also part of working really hard our whole lives and saving and planning, and to be able to do the things that we want to do while we can, right? While we're still young and healthy, and while our parents are still healthy, and while our kids are still independent and don't have families yet. So we're kind of trying to take advantage of that as much as we can right now. Very grateful for lifelong friendships. With our friends, the Becks and the Petrowskis, and really too, and the Mercers. The Mercers are a little bit more recent, like a little bit after college, but that is a group of us that went to college together. Nick, the two of the three males in the couples were fraternity brothers of Nick's. Two of the three other females in the couples were sorority sisters of mine, and these are people that these are your I guess what do they say, your ride or dies. These are ride or dies. These are the people that you call in the middle of the night because you got arrested for something, and they would drop everything and be there for you, right? They're just very, very dear friends of ours, and I feel very fortunate to have people like that in my life. Terry said, I'm thankful for all the years I had with my mama. These first without her are hard, so I'm focusing on the good memories. Yes, Terry recently lost her mom. It's so difficult, and I can say I can only imagine, because I have not, thankfully, have not been in that position yet. Obviously, it's going to happen, but I can only imagine how difficult this time of year is for those of you that have lost people, especially recently. The firsts have to be unbelievably hard, but I think, Terry, what you're doing is the focusing on the good memories, right? Focusing on the good that helps you, helps you to get through the things, right? To try to get through the things. A couple of you, Deborah's thankful for her salvation in Jesus Christ. Wait, someone else, hang on. I saw that. Oh, Terry said, yes, Deborah, very thankful for my faith. Trisha is thankful for her family and friends. Especially Rhonda, huh, Trisha? Especially Rhonda. Sharon said, Terry, I pray that God will comfort your heart. Oh, that's so sweet. Very sweet. Sharon did totally different, but Sharon said, everyone, I'm grateful for your product recommendations. I've written them down and will use them to prioritize my holiday shopping. Patricia said I'm blurry. Am I blurry? Anyone else see I'm blurry? Patricia, it may just be your internet connection. One of the things that YouTube does is it thinks it knows what your quality settings should be. And so it will try to put it higher than your bandwidth is capable at the moment. So in the viewer, in the little video viewer, you will see a little, Nita said I'm blurry too. Okay. Let's see, friends, or others saying I'm blurry. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm still blurry. I'm going to pop that up there and see if that did anything to maybe reset it. Because on my end, I'm not seeing blurry. You got it fixed. Cheryl said seeing blurry. Patricia got it fixed. So, you guys try clicking the little gear. There's a little gear in your window because it's some people and not everyone. There's a little gear in your video window. Click on that and change the quality. And that should fix it for you. Yeah, it looks like some of you, but not everyone. So that's generally maybe an issue with your internet service provider, a specific area of the country. If everyone sees it's blurry, then it's on my end. All right. Oh, Mary J, that's wonderful. Mary J said, thankful for my mom who will be 86 next month, and then I'm retired to have the opportunity to spend time with her because of that. That's awesome. That is amazing. All right. Oh, that's nice, Mary J. Also very thankful for friends who are family, right? Yes, the friends, that's exactly that. Friends who are family, 100%. I am thankful for technology. It helps me stay connected with others. It helps me stay informed. And it's my business, right? I mean, my technology is not, my business is not technology, but without technology, I would have no website. And without technology, we wouldn't be here together on Saturdays. And those two things are a big part of my business, right? So technology, stay connected with others, informed, and the ability to run my business. Right? Like being able to literally, so when Sam was in New Zealand, he could just FaceTime me. When you think about that, is crazy. The things that we take for granted when it comes to technology that we just assume it's just always going to be there. It's just like, oh my gosh, of course we could do that. Whereas otherwise, we could get on the phone, but a little bit harder sometimes. I am very grateful for music. Music is a big part of my life. It brings me joy. I don't play music. I listen to music, and I listen to music far more than I watch TV. It just, all kinds of music, it really, really, really brings me joy. And that's a really easy thing. It's free, right? It's a really easy, free thing that brings me a lot of joy. So I'm very thankful for music. I don't know what I'd do without music. Honestly, I really don't. I'm thankful for good hair days. I said I had that before, right? Good hair days. You don't really realize how thankful for you are, something like that, until you don't have it, right? And then I guess that goes for everything. You don't really realize how thankful you are for things until you don't have them. I am thankful for flexibility. I don't mean physical flexibility, right? I mean, I'm thankful that I have a very flexible life. Because I own my own business, I can be super flexible sometimes. There are other times when I can't be flexible at all. Like if I say we're having a class on Tuesday night at 5:30 and everyone's planning on a class for a kit that they bought, I really have to do it. There's not a lot of flexibility there. But I do have flexibility in when I work. I do have flexibility in how long I work. I do have flexibility in being able to go to lunch with a friend in the middle of a day, right? I have lots of flexibility, so I'm very thankful for that. I remember years ago, because I'd always worked in a corporate job. I'd worked for AT&T. I started a software company with another guy, no, two other guys. We worked incredibly long hours, zero flexibility. I worked for Cellular One for many years. So I had an 8 to 5 job, 8 to 6, 8 to 7, 8 to 8 job where there was zero flexibility. And I remember like I'd go out to lunch and you'd see people like shopping at Target or something in the middle of the day. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, how would that be to like just be able to, you know, go do things in the middle of the day? Or you'd see somebody walking into the movie theater in the middle of the day and I'd think, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what that would be like. And now I'm very grateful that I can do things like that if I choose, right? I am thankful for the Four Seasons. Now, that's not the hotel chain we have in Utah. We experience all 4 seasons, spring, summer, winter, fall. We have the most incredibly beautiful fall leaves. We have winter, so we got snow right now, lots of snow. Now my mom's here. My mom came to drop some. It's like family. It's so
Have
Gary.
you ever seen me?
I know Gary and Carolyn. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, guess what? We're gonna flip the camera again, you guys, because you've seen my mom on. Well, I don't think you've ever seen her. This was not. None of this was planned. Okay. Oh, we're gonna hold it. There she is.
Hey,
see,
everybody.
She's much
Shorter
and
older
and more fit. And we were talking about that and your tennis and all of that. Yes. So yeah, well that's fun.
Oh, well,
that's
it's
fun.
great to do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of here.
Okay. All right. We're flipping again, rotating again. Oh my goodness, you guys, sorry about all that. But that's been kind of fun. That's so my mom came to just Reggie just got locked in here. He can't be in here. There you go. Go on out. Come on. That's so funny. It's like full house today. In and out. Nick's mom, Nick's stepdad, my mom, Kat, and yeah. Anyhow, all right. Oh yes. Terry said, "How lovely to meet you." Yeah, she's awesome. She is awesome. Okay. Yes, I'm very lucky to have a wonderful mother and father and sister and very good family. All right, friends. So yes, the Four Seasons in Utah, not the hotel. I always just kind of took Four Seasons for granted until anytime I would teach in California around this time of year, people would be like, oh my gosh, or I would post during the pandemic, when you were kind of really not leaving your house, Nick and I during the fall would get in the car and just drive for hours on a Sunday or Saturday. And we'd look at the fall leaves and then I'd post them in social media and people would be like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful there. That's when I started really realizing that people in Southern California really don't, oh, thank you, Colleen. Yes, I forgot to plug that in again. Really don't experience like fall like we do in other parts of the country, right? Yes, so very thankful all 4 seasons. All right, so there we go. There is my list of the things that I am thankful for. I'm going to put this little guy, I just cleaned that. I'm going to put him back on the sheet. Oh, it's not on that one. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Don't ask me why I have 2. It's probably because one time I didn't put something away and then I needed to use one and then I had to pull out another set. That's why I have 2. All right, so I think there's one more thing that maybe I need to do, and I'm not sure. I feel like I need maybe a little leaf. I don't know. No, I better not. It might just look a little odd. I was thinking, what if I do a little leaf in here somewhere? I think it will just look too like forced. So I'm just going to leave it as is. All right, so then we need a little date on here. I'm going to draw the date right here. November 2023. Okay, there we go. There is our second list. I know. Colleen said, print yourself a label to put on your camera stand to remind you to plug in. So this is my worry about that, Colleen. You know, sometimes when you have a sticky note for yourself and it's been there so long that you don't even read it anymore just because it's always there. I'm afraid that's what would happen. That I would have it and then it would just be there, so you don't even notice it anymore, right? You don't even notice it anymore because it's always there. All right, so I'm going to pick these things up and we will start talking about our next list. We are transitioning now into Christmas, transitioning into the holidays. So we will be doing for the next, well, really until Christmas, we will every week be doing at least 2 of our 3 lists will be Christmas or holiday themed, okay? Not all 3, but we will be doing, quite a few of those just because that's the time of year. There's tons of kind of Christmas holiday themed lists that we can do. Those of you that have the idea book, there is a whole chapter of Christmas list topics, right? And you can, see them and go back to them and watch them if you want. But if you're kind of just newer and getting started with us and you're like, oh, I want to do lots of Christmas lists, what could they be? Or if you're like, oh, I want to do Christmas lists, but the one that she picked is not one that I really want to do. So what could be some other Christmas lists that we could do? That could be, that would be a good resource as well. So the list that we're going to start out with, this is a list that we have done every year at this time of year as we start to head through the holidays, and it is things I am looking forward to this Christmas or this holiday season. That is actually a list that we do before a lot of holidays, or not really holidays, I guess I should say a lot of seasons. We do that list usually every year, spring, summer, winter, fall, and then we also do it for Christmas. So, get these things out of the way. That will be our next list. So, if we pull this guy out again, and we look at Christmas, chapter 7, page 39, lots of Christmas lists. So, looking forward to Christmas 2022, looking forward to Christmas 2021. I think those are just the 2 years. Favorite Christmas songs, favorite holiday traditions, memorable gifts, Christmas list as a kid with so many fun things. Lots of Christmas lists that we have done, but I'm always kind of starting out the holiday season with things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Some years they may be the same, or you may have some things on your list that are the same, and some years you may have things that are totally different. This might be, for some of you, something like this list, meaning that it may seem like you have to really dig deep to find things to add to your list, okay? So this does not have to be a long list. Maybe there's just 1 or 2 things that you're looking forward to this Christmas because it's a hard year. Or maybe Christmas is not one of your favorites because you have, hard memories. Maybe your family, maybe Christmas was just a hard thing in your life. So this could be a list that you decide to skip, right? You might be like, nope, not doing this one. Maybe it's things I'm looking forward to once Christmas is over. But it's you decide what you want to do. If it's a list that you don't want to do, obviously, then you don't do it with us. All right, So I am going to use, I have pulled out the All the Things stamp set. Okay, all the things. This stamp set I designed for our lists like this. So when you take a look at this stamp set, this is a combination of words that are in my handwriting and kind of words and phrases that pair with those words. So for example, things I'm looking forward to, this, and then you could do fall, spring, winter, summer, year. I will pair that with Christmas. So I'll do things I'm looking forward to, this, and then I will, spell Christmas, whatever I'm going to do there. But you also have things like things I'd like to do over, forget, remember, things I learned, things I'd like to do again, things I appreciate, things I did well, things I wish, things I'd like to try, my favorite things about. So a lot of times once a season or a holiday is over, we might do a list about my favorite things about this spring, this summer, this winter, this Christmas, last Christmas, my favorite things about last year. So that is the All the Things stamp set, and it is designed to help you document all of the things. So things I'm there and looking forward to, there, and then this. All right, so there we go. That's to start. For this list, I am going to use products from Pretty Little Studio Comfort and Joy Collection. Comfort and Joy Collection, friends, it is going really fast. Some of the things sold out. I was able to reorder a couple of replacements. The 8x8 paper pack sold out very quickly. So I have reordered those. They are back in stock. The 8x8 ledger paper pack also sold out very quickly. Those are back in stock. Once those are gone, I will not reorder them. We're just getting, Christmas is, we only have so much time. So I will not be reordering any more of Comfort and Joy. So if there are SKUs that are sold out at this point, I will not be bringing them back in. If there are things that are close to selling out, just know I will not be bringing them back in. So if it's something that you see and you want, you might want to pick it up. Oh, okay, guess what? I had mentioned that we would be doing a couple of, well, obviously we always do giveaways, right? But I mentioned we'd be doing some live giveaways. So I'm going to do a live giveaway in the next few minutes. And those of you that have been around for a while, you may remember how I do the live giveaways. The way the live giveaways work, I at some point in the next 5 minutes will scroll up the chat, and wherever my finger stops, that is the person that will win the first prize. That is a live prize. The prizes that I do today, I will do 2 live prizes, and I will do 2 after party prizes, meaning that, the way that the prizes giveaways regularly work. You leave a comment on the video when it's over. And so the live prizes, actually all the prizes I'm doing today, there are 4. There are 2 live prizes. I'm doing one right now, and there will be 2 after parties. It's $25 to spend whatever you want with on the website. Okay. Whatever you want with on the website. So just kind of keep that in mind here. In a couple of minutes, I will scroll up the chat and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm using Comfort and Joy for this list, things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. So I had planned on using these guys. Kelly said, I've been diligently listening with you today, Layle. I find it challenging to chat and listen at the same time. Oh, no, you don't have to chat. It's just now when I say, hey, guess what? I'm like, now you might want to pop into the chat just at one point or the other, because in a little bit I will scroll, and wherever my finger stops, that will be the first person. Okay. But never be sorry for not chatting. You got work to do. It's hard to work and chat. All right. So this was one of the things that I thought that I would use. These are the Holly Jolly clear stickers, because Christmas and Christmas. So it has Christmas twice. These are clear stickers, so when I put them down, it will look like I stamped, right? Because there will be no like white border around it. But if my list is things I'm looking forward to this Christmas, I can pick either one of those. Now, also happens to have these little tiny words below. Christmas is doing a little something extra for someone. And this one says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Well, I don't really want those to be part of my title, but I can just cut them off. I can just cut off that little strip right below. So I'll be using that for my title. And then, I gotta look at my little, you guys are gonna laugh. You wanna see my sketch? Here is my sketch. I'm planning on putting a little deer right there and some little Christmas trees and then a couple houses. So that's the sketch of what I'm doing. You didn't know I was that talented of a drawer or graphic designer or artist, did you? Like I am like super, I'm just pretty crazy. And now that you see this one, that was my things I'm thankful for. So it actually kind of ended up looking like that a little bit, right? Something was over there, not thankful, but those were the little leaves. There was something there. Yeah, anyhow. So sometimes I have very nebulous ideas on what I'm going to do. All right, so I know I need a little, everything is still even in this giant bin. Tammy said, Layle, you're such an artist. I know, aren't you amazed at my talent is never ending, especially when it comes to drawing, isn't it? Okay, I think we might need some of these guys. Let's see. Some of the word strips, maybe. These are the holidays. So holidays white word strip stickers and then the holidays colorful word strip stickers. I'm just do this. I'm just going through the bin of things because there's so many awesome products in this collection. It's crazy. Where? Okay, so look at that is the twinkly word clear stickers that also says Christmas. So if I needed, I could use that Christmas. There's some little trees stickers. Here are some little deer stickers, so at our house stickers, and forest critters. So forest critters, there's stickers and die cuts. I think I'll use the stickers just because when I pull out the die cuts, these are the Prancer die cuts, so these aren't the forest critters, but they're quite a bit larger, right? So for me, having both the die cuts is an option, and then also having the stickers. I'll use stickers here because I need a little bit more room because I want to add a few more things. Oh, this is just a big old mess, isn't it? It's a big old mess. Well, it's an organized-ish mess, right? It's a little bit organized because of a bunch of them are in the little envelopes. I need those. Those are little Christmas trees, but I might use those in stickers too. So let's just keep looking. I did not get any of this out ahead of time. I knew what I wanted to use because I linked the things in the what I'm using. So I knew what I wanted to use, but I did not have time to pull everything out yet. It's been lots of family time, which is good. Okay, Layle. Yikes, come on, where are we? Where's the other stickers I'm looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, maybe I have everything. Oh no, hang on, I'm just looking for, I need the paper. The paper's at the bottom. Paper's at the very bottom. Okay, that's the main paper pack and the ledger paper pack. Okay, I think we're pretty good there. I think I pretty much have everything that I want to work with. If I need to dig through there again, I will. All right, okay, I am going to now stop and scroll. And I just ended on Ms. L. Ms. L, congratulations. You are the first lucky winner of $25 discount coupon code, whatever it is, like a, gift certificate, but So, Ms. L, please send me an email, laylebymail@gmail.com, and I'm in the subject line, put $25 winner, and then I will send you a coupon code to use for whatever you want to purchase on the website. Okay, friends, so I'll do another one of those again. So don't be sad yet. Don't be sad yet. No, but I will do another one. So, and I just missed all kinds of, I'm sure, amazing chat because I'm sure you guys were saying all kinds of fun things. Okay, let's see where we are. Lots of chat going on. You guys love you love, love, love the Comfort and Joy. I saw Karen asking if it's an all dare. No all dare. No. No all dare. But we'll keep working for a while. 12:30. Oh, Colleen, I missed it. I missed it by a minute. I missed 12:34 because it's 12:35. All right. Alexis said, I like those envelopes. Are those in the shop? I need to get my die cut stickers organized. They are, yes. I will show them on, I haven't shown them yet, but I will show them on What's New Wednesday this coming week. But those are those little Velcro envelopes, which that's what I use them for keeping the die cuts all together, because it's a lot easier, especially sometimes when you have die cuts that are don't as easily fit back in the package. It's just a lot easier to pop them in here. But I still like to keep the package in there so I know what they were from. All right, so I think that this will be a 2-page spread, I'm thinking, but kind of like this one where the other side might be a little bit more decorative, I was thinking. So let's look. Let's see what we have. This is the ledger pack. All right, so these are little small thumbnails of everything that is in the ledger pack. So I was thinking if I have something generic over on the right-hand side of my spread, I think this guy could be really cute. So if I used this, I really like those little guys here. I like that little kind of holly-ish with some pine cones. I like what's over here. So if I do that, I need to obviously trim this down. So this is from the ledger pack. I need to trim this down. This is an 8x8 piece of paper. So I do not need to trim the height other than, getting rid of the product strip. I don't need to trim the height, but I do need to trim the width. And I would like this to be 4 3/4 wide. So 4 3/4 wide, I need to take a look at where I might like this to be, where I want to trim it. So I am going to let's see, 4 3/4 would be 2 and Karen, what's 1/2 3/4? 1/2 3/4 is it 3/8? Is 3/8 half of? That's so bad. I'm asking that, Karen. Okay, good. I guessed right. Thank you, Karen. I knew I could ask Karen because Karen always knows those things. Okay, so here we go. If I want it to be 4 3/4, which means 1/2 is 2 3/8. I just pulled out the zero centering ruler. So the zero centering ruler is a pretty awesome little tool. I carry these on my website. There is a 12-inch version and a 6-inch version. So the top of the ruler, let me grab something white. The top of the ruler is like a regular ruler. On a 12-inch, it goes from 0 to 12. But what makes it kind of awesome is all the way down to your 1/16 of an inch measurements, okay? 1/16, it's marked down to the 1/16. So it's really easy for me to find 3/8 because 3/8 is marked, right? The bottom though, you'll notice the bottom is different than a regular ruler. It has a 0 in the center. So it goes 0 to 6 along the right, and then it goes 0 to 6 along the left. So if you use the bottom part of the ruler, you can find the center of anything. On this guy, if I need, remember I said I'd like the width of this when it's cut to be 4 3/4. 1/2 of 4 3/4 is 2 3/8. So if I take my 0 and I line up over here to 2 3/8, and I line up over here to 2 3/8, that would tell me that if I cut right here, which obviously I wouldn't need to use it this way, if I cut right here, that would give me my 4 3/4, but I wouldn't need a 0 centering that way. But maybe I'm like, you know what? I don't want to just have all of this. I'd like a little bit of this. So if I start moving over a little bit, if I hit 2 3/8 here, and line up 2 3/8 here, if I were to cut both of those right there, there's my center. That's how I know I can get a little bit of what I want over here and a little bit of what I want over here. Does that make sense? So if I want to get a little bit less over here, I just keep moving. Here's my 2 3/8, and here is my 2 3/8, and then that's where I know to trim. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me grab my little pencil. Hopefully I explained that right. I mean, I know I explained it right, but hopefully the way that you would understand it. So there's 2 3/8 right there. And then if I came over here and did 2 3/8 right there, that is going to give me my 4 3/4. Now, can I just find those little marks I just made? Right there. Okay. And then, where's my mark over here? Oh, right there. Okay. There we go. That is my 4 3/4. Ooh, hang on a minute. That looks like that is, no, it's right. It looks really, I think it's because of the artwork. It looks like that is totally crooked. Hang on. Yeah, it's good. It just looks like it's totally crooked. All right, so now I'm going to take my little corner rounder and round that and round that, and this guy's going to come right over here. That will be the right side of my spread, just really more decorative. I do not have a problem doing different lists on the left page and on the right page. I know some of you very much like to do a 2-page spread because I know from all of my years teaching scrapbooking that most people like having 2 double-page spreads because you like things to match and coordinate from the left to the right. So that'll just kind of be my little decorative page over there. All right, so now over here, my dad is here. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, oh my gosh, seriously, it's like family. Okay, thank you, whoever, I think Terry, you told me, right? Thank you for that. Hi, Dad. It's like really like family day. My dad always says he wants to make sure I'm doing it right. Yes, so, hi, Dad. Everyone says hello. Gosh, you guys got to meet like my whole family today, like literally. My mom, my dad, although my dad's not here, so you're not seeing him, but you got to see Jack and Kat. You got to see Carolyn and Gary, my mother-in-law, and anyhow. Hi, hello. All right, let's see. Hi, Nancy, nice to see you. Nancy said, hello, everyone from Ottawa, Ontario. Hope you're all well and survived Black Friday and your Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm so glad to be able to make it. Nice to see you. Okay. I know some kind of notification, but then you guys are always so nice to tell me. So usually I don't miss it. Okay. So let's go to the left side now. Let's see what we want to do on the left side. So we kind of have a lot going on over here. So I want to go with something I think a little bit more neutral over here. This guy would work, right? This could work. But I also, I might not need anything. I might not need anything because remember how I wanted to do like a little scene down here? With a little reindeer, with a little deer and some trees and a house. If I did that, I could just do my list right on here. I wouldn't even have to do anything. So maybe that. But if I go back to the ledger, right? This is all pretty neutral. I could do this here. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I like it. And then I can do kind of my little list in here. All right, so now this guy we know needs to be, this guy needs to be 4 3/4. And I'm not worried about trying to center this because, you know, it's just even. But I don't want that little line there. So I'm going to rotate it 4 3/4 like that. That'll be a great, I think when I did the What's New Wednesday and showed this collection, I talked about how much I loved this paper because it's just subtle enough for us to do what we need. Oh, okay. I may need to do something a little bit different because I'm stamping my title. There's a little bit of a coding to this. So we're gonna have to try, we're gonna have to test. We're gonna have to do a little test to see if when we stamp, if I can stamp on this paper without it blurring. So what I'll do is I'll just take this, because that's a little piece that has that same coating on it before we do anything here. Let's get, we'll just use the word this as a quick test to see if this will work. It may not, but that's always, well, it's always when we should test first, but it's also, sometimes you need to be aware of, if like this, I can tell it feels a little different. Well, I also know that there's coating on that. So, but if it feels a little bit different, sometimes you may need to take a little, snip off. And in this case, my snip could be even the product strip. Look at that. I wouldn't even need to waste that. I could use the product strip for that. Okay. So when I stamped, it has not kind of done any smearing, right? Has not done any smearing. That is a pigment-based ink I am using. So this is hands down, that's the only black ink you ever see me use. This, in my opinion, is the best black ink. Mary J says you might need to use a Stays-On black ink. I could. Stays-On is it is an ink that can be stamped on pretty much any kind of base. It is not my favorite. I just am not a big fan of Stays-On, so I don't have it. Because it's a pigment-based ink. This is a pigment-based ink. Pigment-based inks, I call them a juicy ink. That's just my terminology. Distress oxides are a pigment-based ink or a juicy ink. The most important thing that you need to know about that is that it takes them a second to dry. So I've now given this enough time to dry. Now I need to do the smear test and see, is that okay? Look it, I am like totally going over the top of that. I mean, I just had to rub really hard on it and really not smearing at all. So I am okay. I'm okay with that. Alexis, those stamps are in my handwriting. Yes, they are. You guys will be glad to know yesterday, finally, for some reason this year, the About Last Month stamp for 2024 has has not been coming to me. But yesterday it did. Yesterday it did. And a good portion of that stamp set this year will be in my handwriting. The 2024 About Last Month will be in my handwriting, which I'm super excited about. Although, I'm super excited about, but then not really for me personally, because then I could just write it all and then it's not like I did anything different. But I know it's something that I get asked for all the time. I know that you guys really like it when I, when you have stamps in my handwriting. So that's what it is. It's coming. It is coming. All right. So that's what we'll do here. Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. So I have 3 stamps here, plus the Christmas that I'm going to use. I will not, with these 3 stamps, use them on the same block. I will stamp them each individually. The reason I will stamp them each individually is because I like to control where they're going to be placed. If I were to stamp them all together like this, then I can't necessarily control that because they can only get so close to each other because of the little rubber that kind of sits around them. So kind of get them set up, not quite yet on there, but there was something I wanted to look at. When we have done this list in the past, I want to see, kind of reference how I had, maybe, no, I think this is too new. I'm just pulling out one of my last Traveler's Notebooks, you guys, so hang tight with me for a sec. In here, maybe? I don't remember if we had that stamp set at this point yet or not. Oh, I don't think so. I was just trying to see, give me one more second. I know how I can see. I wanted to see how I laid those out. So if I come to this book, this is my test stamp book. This is the old one. Now it's all full. So let's see if I can, there's an example, but that's things I'd like to do again. Let's see. Oh, okay, let's look. I'm just looking for how I laid those out. That's another, I guess, nice thing. Okay, things I'm looking forward to. Oh, and then here I did like this winter. So they were right next to each other. So now I need to think about how that might look, because I have Christmas I'll be using here. And I'm going to cut off this part of the sticker. I don't want that Christmas is doing a little something extra for someone. I don't want that as part of this because it won't really make sense, right? Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas is doing a little something extra for someone. Well, that could be, right? All right. Susan, hi Susan. Susan said, I love this VersaFine Clear ink. I had never used before watching these lives. Yeah, that's it's a good one. It is really a good one. All right, so there's Christmas. Looking forward to, so if I do something like this, and then what if this kind of sits right in here? And then if Christmas kind of sits right in here, this Christmas? Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Sure, let's try it. This, so now it can be centered. So I think we're pretty good with the centered. That can go over here. All right. Or for me, I could just write in this Christmas because you would not really be able to tell because it'd still be my handwriting, but I won't do that. All right, let's go ahead and ink this guy up. Let's see. Alexis said, I hid most of my list because I'm not a huge fan of my handwriting. I love your handwriting. I will keep an eye out for that set. So Alexis, you hide most of them. This goes back to, well, I've been in the crafting industry for a really long time, both as a crafter and then, work for different manufacturers and then also my business. I very often will ask people when I'm teaching a class, we talk about, especially if it's a scrapbooking class, about journaling and journaling on your projects. And anytime I say how many people journal on their scrapbook layouts, and not very many people raise their hand. And I know why, because people don't like their handwriting or they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. So it's easier just to not say anything. I think that's where listing really is a nice way to continue to document and storytell, because it's really easy to journal in a list, right? As opposed to write some beautiful, elaborate, Ernest Hemingway worthy journal about the things you're thankful for, right? We didn't have to do that. We just made a list, so easy. But whenever I talk about journaling and people say they don't do it, I always just put this out there and then I say, and then you decide. If you are fortunate enough to have a recipe card of a family member, a mother, a father, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, especially if it's someone that is no longer living, that recipe card back in the day for my grandma and even my mother, handwritten, okay, handwritten. And when you see that recipe card, it just evokes this, it's them, right? You see their handwriting and it is them. So think about that. Think about someone looking at your handwriting, even though you may not like it, and seeing that part of you, and then you're writing something like something you're looking forward to. I think it always makes me want to do it. So, and now you guys are talking about pumpkin. Okay, I'm like, what's all this talk about pumpkin? What's going on? Okay. So now I understand. Karen said, hey, all doing a pumpkin spice everything page. My current status is I can't think. Name some pumpkin stuff. Okay, I love it. That's why there's all this pumpkin stuff. I'm like, what the heck? Why are all these pumpkins coming out? Now I get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp. Oh yes, so I tested. Everything looks good, right? I'm good. So now I'll come back in here. We'll re-ink and we will stamp. Looking forward to. I don't need to leave much room up top because up top is my things I'm. Oh, look at how nice. And I don't mean look how nice my handwriting is, but look at how nice and crisp that stamped image is. Part of that is the ink. The ink really helps, but part of that is a photopolymer stamp that's made in the US. That's just photopolymer stamps. Those are my stamps, are photopolymer. But it just, I don't know, they're just pretty awesome. Photopolymer just gives you a crispness, in my opinion, that an acrylic stamp does not. All right, so now I have the Things I'm. So there's my little Things I'm that I've inked up. And I think we want this to go over here, right? Things I'm. So this guy we'll do over here, and we'll get that nice and inked up, make sure it's good. And then I'm gonna do Things I'm. Oopsie, I got a little bit too close. Actually, not too bad, but I got a little bit closer than I wanted. That's all right. Things I'm looking forward to. Clean that off real quick. And then we'll get this pumpkin chili. Oh, interesting. Scrapbook Sista, I love that. Scrapbook Sista said I use listing to scrapbook my photos. Yes. So, that is a great, if you are a scrapbooker and you are scrapbooking, maybe you took a trip, let's just say you took a trip to Disneyland and you have all your photos from Disneyland and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. What am I going to write? Well, a really easy thing would be to write, these are my top 10 memories from this trip. Here are my top 5 favorite rides. Here's my top 18 favorite foods from Disneyland. It's really easy to document list-wise. I think it takes off a lot of the pressure. Things I'm looking forward to. All right, then this is going to be to the left of the G. Kind of a nice little space there. This. The nice thing about doing your little testing too is that you can continue to build like that. So now I've kind of built that all out. And then when I say Christmas, I'm like, am I gonna like that? Oh, that'll look awesome if I put Christmas right there. Okay. So this will ink up again. That's going to go to the left of the G. The left of the G. This. And then we've got our little clear. It's a nice thing about a clear sticker too, right? So this clear sticker, so it's not going to be totally obvious that, well, obviously it's not in my writing, but it's not going to be obvious that it's a sticker because it doesn't have that white border around it, right? Hang on, I'm gonna use that for good placement. Oopsie, there we go. Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Now, it's a little bit uneven. There's a little bit more space here than there is here, but that's okay because otherwise this would have been over here and the C would have kind of, H would have been in the way, and it is what it is, right? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So one thing you notice that I did as I was doing my stamping, this is off the page, okay? When I say off the page, I've been working on this away from the book. I did not put this in yet. If you're worried about stamping and you're not stamping directly on the page, you're stamping on something else, this is a way to make your stamping a little bit easier because you can just be working on the page on your flat surface. You're not trying to stamp in the book. Now, that's when the pencil board came into play earlier, when we were working on this list. And when I stamped the little leaves, I did put a pencil board under there because I had to. I couldn't take this page out because it's directly on the page. But in this case, I could do my stamping off the page and then I can come back in and adhere this. All right, so let's take a look. Let's, I'll just move those off to the side. I'll clean those later. Let's see what else I want to do here. So I was thinking of maybe, remember I had my little drawing. I thought that I wanted to maybe do, little reindeer, right? I thought I could do a little deer down there. I also thought I could do some little houses, but now that I see what I have pulled, oh no, houses are good, but I think now what I need is, I need the sticker version of the trees. is there a sticker version of the trees? No, I don't remember. Because I don't remember seeing one. But I know one of these stickers in here has to have those little trees on it, right? I'm sure it does. Because I think my trees may be, well, I don't know. They might not be too big. Because these could be like giant evergreen trees. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get these little guys out. Let's get this little tray out so we can kind of spread them out. Let's see. Oh, okay, look at, so this one would go well, kind of with what's going on over here, maybe. Maybe this guy. Oh, the kind of the reverse polka dot. What if we did that? Where would my little reindeer come into play? Which little guy? We could maybe do this little one. Or this little one. Let's look. Let's look at this little guy. Let me get my tweezers out. Let me see. I've missed all different kinds of things. Pumpkin chili. Okay, here we go again. The story is more important than the handwriting, I promise you. Your loved ones will thank you for the story and never mention your handwriting. Absolutely. And Alexis, I hope you don't feel like, I'm not jumping on you saying, oh my gosh, come on. But it's something that I've heard a lot over the years. And so I would like to share my thoughts with you. And I love that other people are sharing thoughts with you as well. Okay, so if these guys are here, I don't know. He's not the right guy. He's just, I can tell he's not the right guy there. I don't know why. He probably blends in a little bit too much. So I'm thinking his coloring is a little bit too neutral. I'm thinking maybe this one. This little guy's coloring is a little bit, might make it stand out a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, so now I think it might just be the scale. It might be that it's just a little bit too small. So what if we go to this guy? Now I also have the die cuts, but I think the die cuts would make these little guys like as tall as the tree, they'd be taller than the trees, which I mean, these little guy might be too tall, right? So maybe if this one goes right there, let's just do it. Let's just put it there. Put it down. It is what it is. I mean, it's not bad. I just got to move on. We just got to move on. Move along, little doggy. Okay, now do I want a little house in here maybe? Oh, I just had an idea. Look at that little chipmunk, like a little squirrel. We'll call him a squirrel, even though I think he's a chipmunk. But look how cute he is with his little hat. There's all kinds of cute little guys in here. But I'm thinking maybe that little guy could go up in here a little. I wish he was facing the other direction, but he's not. So we'll just make him work. Remember how it was a little uneven over here? What if we put this guy right there? Does that work? Yeah. Okay, now here's the deal. The reason why he's not working, oopsie, that came off a little bit. The reason why he's not working for me right there is he is looking off the page. He's just looking the wrong direction. So that's a little bit odd. That just seemed a little bit odd to me. So if this guy goes here, maybe we'll just put him here, even though I'm still uneven. That's okay. We'll just add a little bit more color up there. I did accidentally tear a little bit of the paper right there. So I will just get a little bit, my little glue pen there and just put that right back down. All right. Let's see what's happening over here. Now, I was thinking I would do maybe a house or two down there. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Karen said, thanks for all the ideas. I can always count on the squirrels. I'm in Southeast Jane. Oh, okay. I don't know what Jane is. Karen uses photos a lot in her listing, especially for monthly recaps when I simply print out 7 2x3s, 4x5s or first page. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Shay's food is first passion, then crafting and creating. The bullets on the left offset of center text. Over here. Oh yeah, it will. That totally will. Totally will. Creative Cindy said, that's my problem with the journaling. I'm afraid of being uneven lines or messing up the wording. So guess what? If you mess up the wording, it is what it is, right? You're human. That's okay. If you're worried about messing up the wording, you could write what you want to journal about ahead of time. But as far as the lines go, you really could just take a pencil and a ruler and very lightly draw your lines and then write your journaling and then erase. That would totally work. Deborah said that's why I journal on a very faint dot grid paper. As far as Traveler's Notebook inserts go, I have lined, I have dot grid. No, I have lined and grid. No, I have lined and dot grid that are Layle by mail inserts, but then I also carry grid as well. So you could definitely use things like that to help you line things up for sure. Curious to describe the Sandy hat and the die cuts. Oh, Sandy. I have to read what Sandy said. Sandy said, my sister died last year. We made a booklet of her recipes she'd handwritten for each family member. Thankful to have them. Sandy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about your sister. But what a treasure you had with her handwriting, right? Because it's like it's her, really is her. And I bet your family is just so thankful to have that. That's amazing. That is a really neat thing that you did. Very, very neat thing that you did. Yes, and thank you. You're just emphasizing, right? That's exactly, that is, you think you hate your handwriting, but you just never know when someone sees it, like what kind of memory it evokes, right? All right. So I was thinking little houses down here. Let's look. Let's see if little houses are going to look funny or not. The little houses on the prairie. We'll see if we like them or not. So stickers. Oh, look at that's cute. Little sticker house. A little house sticker with a heart in the center. So what I could do, we could do this little guy right there, maybe. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's talk about why. And this is just me. The reason I don't like that is now it's too matchy-matchy. There's something over here and there's something there. So I probably won't put anything else over here because it'll be too matchy. And if I were to, I'd probably try to find a red heart or something just so it would coordinate with that a little bit more. But all right, let's see if we like that house. I don't know if I like that house just because of the big space in the center. So I think we'll put him back. Maybe we'll try to go with something like this and maybe these guys. We'll see what kind of scene we're building here. And the deer is the size of the houses. And that's okay, right? Because we're just kind of doing this over here. It's okay. Nothing is to scale. Ooh, I don't want those. Okay, let me talk about this too, because I like to talk about when I move things, what I don't like about it and why I moved it. So I don't like that because it's tall, small, tall. I would much rather have it be like two talls and then the small. I think that would look better. Like that and then like that. I like the way that looks much better. All right, so here we go. This is just kind of our little scene here. And then we'll build our list around that. Oopsie, lost my house over here. So that sticker sheet is called, oh no, these forest critters. And that's where I got that and that. And then this one is called, don't mind me. This one is called At Our House. Okay. All right, let's move these guys out of the way. There are also, if stickers aren't the thing, there are also die cut versions of those. But the die cut versions of those, the pieces are going to be larger, right? They're going to be larger, kind of like those guys. Like my giant trees here. Like my giant trees. Oh, better do both those first. Because this one goes underneath the other one. Actually, I might move those a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't mind me. What did I do here? All right, there we go. There's our little trees. Okay, so now that's what we're looking like. And we'll get out our little Sharpie to do our outlining here. If you are using a pattern paper that is not cardstock, or it's not an insert like the Traveler's Notebook insert that we're using here, we know it's paper. It's a good idea to test your pen. Just like we tested the ink, right? We tested the ink on the product strip first to make sure that our ink would not smear. Also, good idea to test your pen. That is why I use Sharpies for pretty much everything. Because I know that if I write on this, it is not going to smear on me, right? So if I do that, it is not smearing. If I were to take maybe a ballpoint pen or another type of pen, it might smear. So it's just good to know because there's a little bit of a coating. Remember we talked about there's a little bit of coating on this paper. So it's just nice to know before you dive in and then go, oh shoot, I wish I knew, right? Oh shoot, I wish I knew. Before. Oh shoot, I wish I knew before I did that, right? Okay. All right, so we are now ready to start our list. And this will just be kind of a run-on list. So when I say a run-on list, those are the two types. Well, we've only done run-on list today. That's a run-on list. So I just writing, and then it's just like one big run-on sentence, but I do little bullets in between. This is not a run-on list. This is like a bulleted list. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So those are typically, well, there's 3 types of lists, I guess, that I do. A run-on list, which is like that. A bulleted or numbered, if I put numbered like that. Or something like this. I guess we called it like a commentary list before, I guess. So this would be a commentary list. Something like this, where this is still a list because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, but I'm doing a lot more talking about the things that are on my list. All right, so bulleted list. This will also be a bulleted list. I'd say I probably do bulleted lists most often. Okay, so now what I need is I need a little bullet. I need a little bullet stamp set. And I'm thinking that in Bullets and More 2, I'm thinking, did we do a little holly? Oh, we did, yes. Okay, there's a little holly stamp set, okay? Little tiny thing. Little tiny thing. So let's pull this guy out. One of the things, that's the OG, don't want the old, well, nothing wrong with the original stylus. It's just that the new and improved stylus makes things a little bit easier to use. So here's a little tip for you. When you are stamping with a stamp, in this case a bullet, that has a direction to it, right? This one has a direction to it. What I mean by a direction is that when I stamp, let's find us a good green. I think we'd like a good green for that. I'll hold that thought for a moment while I find a green. Pine Needles now has a little bit too blue. Maybe it's Rustic Wilderness, I want to say. Rustic Wilderness even has some blue tint to it, but yeah, Mowed Lawn is way too bright. Lucky Clover still too bright. Yep, I think Rustic Wilderness is what we're going to use. So let's see where that is. Most, if not quite all, but most of the ink colors that you see me use, I also carry on the website. So if you're like, oh, I need one of those, you'll find them. All right, so going back to this little guy. So there is a direction to this stamp, right? What I mean when I say there's a direction is that if I rotate that, my little hollies are now going all different kinds of ways. Right? And so sometimes when you pick up your little stamping block, your stylus, and you stamp, and then you write and you pick it up again, how do you make sure that your image is still in the same direction? How do you make sure it's still going the same direction? the little sticker that is on your stamping stylus. If you, usually what I will do, and Martine came up with this idea for us, which I love so much. If you are always, like in this case, making sure that the the squirrel is facing in the same space every time, then that ensures that your stamp is in the same position every time. Does that make sense? So when I look at that, if scatter is always right there, look at it is always in the exact same orientation. That stamp is always in the exact same orientation because I'm paying attention to where that is when I'm stamping. All right. Is there a sticker bullet set? A sticker bullet set. Alexis, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Will you elaborate, please? All right, so here we go. Let me get my list out because I'm just about ready to start listing. Let's get our first little bullet here. There we go. There's our cute little holly. All right, first thing that I am looking forward to this year. I am looking forward to this Christmas working on my 16th December daily mini book. This is the 16th year that I have done one of those projects. It is by far my most favorite project of the year. It is the only, honest truth, it is the only project that I do. Like, I design all of them, right? But when I say that I do, it's the only one that I actually print photos and journal in and everything. So, love it, love it, love it. All right, working on my 16th December daily. Very much looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to several holiday parties with friends and family. One of those, Nick's dad was one of, I think, 12 kids. So Nick, at one point, had quite a few aunts and uncles, right? And then so the extended family started to get very large. And every year they'd have a big Christmas party. And then, you know, people get old and the aunts and uncles started passing away. There's 3 of the 12 that are still living. And we got an invitation in the mail a couple of weeks ago that they're doing a family party for Christmas, which we're very excited about. So that'll be fun. Can you look inside the bottom of the stylus opposite the end of the stamp? You can. So with the new and improved version, because it is laser polished, you can, but I think it would be a little bit difficult to see. Let me see if I can hold it up there. You can see it, but because you're looking through acrylic, wait, let me move it. Because you're looking through acrylic, I'm trying to move it a little bit more so you can see. Because you're looking through acrylic, it kind of looks blurry, like it's a little bit distorted. So you can kind of see that image in there, but then it just kind of looks like a 3-point triangle. You can't really tell like which end is which. Sorry for icons. There are icons bullet set. So Alexis, there are 3 bullets and more stamp sets. The first bullets and more is more has kind of numbers and generic bullets. Whoopsie. Numbers and generic bullets. So that would be this guy. There is bullets and more 2. So this is the original. Not really no icons, right? That's the original. The bullets and more 2 has 72 icons on it. So that is this guy. This is bullets and more 2. I'd say this is probably, of all of my stamp sets, I'd say this is the one that I use most often of any of my stamp sets. And then there's a brand new one that hasn't started shipping yet. That is bullets and more 3. Because I use bullet stamps for so many things. This is Bullets and More 3. So this one starts shipping very beginning of December. So probably like the first Monday. They're in production now. There should be shipping to me on the 28th of November. So anyhow, that is Bullets and More 3. So yes, for sure. Lots of them. Let's see. Karen, you're one of 17. I had no idea. I had no idea. Oh, stickers. Oh, Alexis, sorry, I totally misunderstood. No, there is not a sticker set. There is all stamps. Yeah, they're all stamps, no stickers. Yet. I don't know, maybe some point, but not yet. All right, next thing. Sorry, I thought I knew what you were asking, and so I answered I answered incorrectly. I am looking forward to, okay, no judging, watching Hallmark, you know where I'm going, Christmas movies. I like to watch Hallmark Christmas movies. You know why? It's the same reason that I like to read the book version of chick flicks. Because, or beach reads or whatever, you can watch them and not think. You don't have to think. And sometimes you just need to watch something where you don't have to think, that has a happy ending, right? And it could be something where you've got to get up in the middle of it and change the laundry and unload the dishwasher, and you can come right back to watching it, and it's like you never missed a second of it because you know it's going to happen. Anyhow, I like watching Hallmark Christmas movies when I need to get my mind off things and just kind of, veg for a while. Hold on. Somebody said they're so predictable. Oh yeah, Carmen. She does too. They're predictable. Very predictable. Mary J, you wrote that? Hallmark Christmas movies? Isn't that funny? They have a whole business now around Hallmark Christmas movies. They have Hallmark Christmas wine, I saw. They all have the same plot. They totally do. They absolutely do. Robin Vanata said I can watch Christmas movies 24/7, 365 days of the year. Yes. Okay. Next thing I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Watching Elf in the movie theater. You know why? It is the 20th anniversary of Elf. So they are re-releasing it in the movie theater, which will be fun. I think that'll be so fun to see that. So I'm excited for that. Looking forward to that. I am looking forward to our annual dinner hosting our annual Christmas night dinner party. Nick does all the cooking in our house all year, but especially that one. He makes a big prime rib and turkey, and we have all kinds of really yummy sides, and other people bring sides, but usually there's between 20 and 25 people, and just love that so much. We've been doing that. We figured, I think, about 15 years. Did not do that for the 2 years during the pandemic, and then last year I had COVID, so we did not do it last year either. So very much looking forward to that. I'm always looking forward to snowshoeing on Christmas Eve day. That is what I ask for from my family every year for Christmas. Jack hasn't been in town for a while for us to do that, but Sam is and Nick is. So I say, that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. So that's what we will do, because that's what I asked for. So they say, okay, we'll do it. All right, let's see. I am also looking forward to relaxing in front of the fire with the lights of the Christmas tree. Now, I told you guys that we decorated for Christmas. That also included putting up the tree. I have mentioned before I was a little nervous about the tree with Reggie, Sam's cat. And it's all worked out fine. We have a fake tree. It is flocked, so it has white on it. Looks like snow on it, right? Well, when we first put it up, Reggie was very intrigued. Now, Sam said he tried to have last year, a Christmas tree, and he had to take it down because Reggie would jump into the tree and then the tree would fall over. So Sam's like, it's not going to work. And I'm like, well, yeah, we'll see. So Reggie had no interest in jumping in the tree. I should say yet. He has not. However, he was wanting to lick the branches. And I'm sure that's not good because whatever the flocking is not meant for cats or humans or animals. So we got out a spray bottle. It took 3 times. Now all I have to do is even get out the spray bottle and show it to him and he runs away from the tree. So I think we're good. So I think we're good with the being able to do that. Let's see. Let's see here where we are. Oh, Christmas Story is also being re-released in theaters. I did not know that. That is so fun. Karen has gone back to a couple things that have re-released. It sounded like 50 Shades, Titanic. Oh, Titanic would be good in the theater. Debbie asks, do we exchange gifts? And if so, do you draw names or do any exchange games? So Debbie, we do not. We just do, we don't exchange with any of our parents. We don't exchange, and that goes both ways. They don't give gifts to us. We don't give gifts to them. Just we're all to the point where like we don't need anything else. We don't do that with any of Nick's siblings or nieces or nephews. We just do it with our own immediate, like Nick and the kids. We did when the kids were little, and the kids would exchange names. So all the cousins, would exchange names. And then when they started getting older, what got to be really fun, they would still exchange names, but you couldn't buy something. You had to give something that you owned. And it was really fun to see kind of what the kids did there. It was a lot of fun. And then we do like the white elephant where you could give it to someone and then you could steal it and things. They had a lot of fun with that. Let's see. No snow showing in Florida. Yeah, Julie, definitely not. Probably not, right? Probably not. Or Debbie, another thing that they did is like when they got older into high school and things, like they could go to like the thrift store, maybe everyone would take like $10 to the thrift store and they'd have to find something because they would draw a name. So they knew which cousin they were drawing for, but they would go to the thrift store and find something that they thought that person would really like. So it was more about, finding something unique and really thinking, because you really had to think then, instead of just going and buying them a shirt or something like that. Let's see. Okay, guys, so guess what? I think in the next few minutes, it's going to be time for another live giveaway, okay? So if you missed the first one, or if you weren't here at that time, live giveaways today. We're doing 2 of them, and they are $25 to spend whatever you want on the website. Okay, let's see. Karen's doing a little bit of traveling. So some people traveling over the holidays, some not. Mary J has never seen Elf. Oh, Mary J. Add it to your list. Sand shoe. Oh, I love it. Sand shoe. How fun would that? How fun would that be? Robin says, if you're a boy band fan, you should go see the newest Trolls movie. So cute and the music is fantastic. That would be fun to see. Shay, that's a great idea. Shay said, my friends and I are starting a new Christmas tradition. No material gifts, just go to a play or out with each other. That is an awesome idea. I'll tell you guys something that we have done with our neighbors. There's a group of women in my neighborhood that I think this will be the 4th year we've done this. We pick a Saturday in Saturday or Sunday in December, and we go to a breakfast. We go out for breakfast, and we each bring a $100 bill, and the $100 bill goes into an envelope, and we have breakfast, and then we give our server, obviously we pay for our breakfast. But then on top of that, we give the server that envelope. And there's usually between like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 of us. And it's just been really, really, really neat because in general, what we've experienced, the server who's working their little butt off at a restaurant in December is working really hard to support and put food on the table for their family, right? But so it's just kind of a really neat thing that we've done. So that is something kind of in lieu of gifts as well. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. That's fun. Terry said we started the 5 gifts a few years ago. 1 need, 1 want, 1 to wear, 1 to read, and 1 for fun. That is a great idea. That is so much fun. I love all these ideas that you guys are throwing out there. So fun. So neat. Okay, so I think let's see. Let's put this list, let's put this guy in and see what we're looking with, because I think we're pretty much done with this guy, right? Oopsie. Oh, I don't know what just dropped, but all right, here we go. Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. That works. I think what works really well with this little guy, first of all, he's looking forward, like he's looking this way, right? But also, he has a little red hat on. And there's not much red in this collection. In the Comfort and Joy collection, there's not a lot of red. So it's super subtle. There's a little bit of red here, a little bit of red there. So just having a little bit of red here kind of helps to all pull it together, right? Oh, Terry, we cannot be friends anymore. Terry. Terry said, I have never seen Elf either. Not a huge Will Ferrell fan. I am a Will Ferrell fan. I really like Will Ferrell. So I guess we'll have to find something else to bond over, Terry, huh? Guess we'll have to find something else to bond over, not Elf and Will Ferrell. All right, guys, so there we go. There is the list. There's my list. Things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. I think just what I'll do, I'm just going to write right here, 2023. Because I know, right? I know this Christmas 2023. So there we go. All right. I am scrolling up and I am stopping right there at Heidi Holler. Heidi Holler, are you still here? Heidi Holler. Heidi Holler, give us a holler. Give us a holler, Heidi Holler. If you're still here. Because if you're still here, then you just won $25 to spend on my website. And Heidi Holler, if you are not still here, then I will need to scroll and find someone else because this is a live, but I think it was just a minute ago. So let's see if Heidi Holler is still here. Let's see. Mary J said, one thing we did close to Christmas when we were out for dinner, we paid for someone's dinner without them knowing. So fun to watch when they went to pay their bill, right? I love that. That's so fun. That is so fun. Terry, yes, we do other things in common. Simple stories, travelers, notebooks, travel. I know, she was just here. Heidi Holler was just here. Holiday in, what? Robin. Okay, Robin said, Holiday in Handcuffs is my fave Christmas movie. It stars Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez. Okay, my mind went in a totally different place there, Robin. Yeah, okay. So it's maybe one of them got arrested and was in jail. Oh, there we go. Heidi, congratulations. Heidi, you just won $25 to spend on my website. So shoot me an email, laylebymail@gmail.com, and I will send you a coupon code to use to shop. Okay, friends, so those were the 2 live giveaways. But I'll always say this, don't be sad yet. When I teach in person and do giveaways in person, I always say don't be sad yet, because there's still 2 more giveaways, but the other 2 giveaways are the after party. And the after party meaning I'll draw for those 2. I'll draw for those 2 a week from today, which will be Saturday, the December 2nd, when we're together again. So right before we start, I'll draw those 2 other giveaways. And then those people will, really, any of you, if you're live, if you're here, you can still participate in those, obviously. All right, let me look. Heidi, you may just be a tad bit behind, but just barely, because you just won. You were one of the 2 random lucky winners that won $25 to spend on my website today. So maybe just a little bit. Yes, Nancy said, fingers crossed for the after party, right? Always after party prizes. All right, friends. So let me look at the time. 1:35. I think we are going to call it. I think we are going to wrap things up today. I was thinking we would do 4 lists, but I think that we're going to keep it at 3, which means the one list that we did not finish. I know, Karen's like, one more. I have a house full of family. Karen, so I think I was probably, well, I will be honest with you. When I told Nick that I was listing today, he's like, what? You do realize that Jack and Kat are in town, right? And I'm like, yes, honey. But I know they won't be sitting around at the house on Saturdays, so I do have some time that I know that I can, list. And he's like, okay, whatever. He's not the boss of me, but it'll probably be good since he just took my dad to the doctor since I was doing this, that I wrap up. Okay, so I am going. Karen, there's no one here. Feel free if I need to come over to your house to escape. Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. It'll just take me a little while to get to Colorado. All right, friends. So I'm turning off the studio lights. I'm going to turn on the overhead light, and I'm going to rotate the camera. I think what it is, there was another. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to figure that out right now, but I think I just figured out. This new stand has a little different attachment, maybe, that I used to hold on to rotate. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'm just looking at the chat really quickly. All right, friends, so 3 lists. Oh, I don't remember there it is up close. So sometimes I know you guys like it if I bring it up close so you can kind of see how that turned out. Super cute. That's the first time I've used Comfort and Joy. I love that collection. It's just so fun. And I love that it's definitely Christmas, definitely holidays, but it's like a super neutral, right? Super neutral because there's very, very, very little red in it. And there are also quite a few things that can take that collection into kind of winter too, beyond Christmas. Okay, we're good. So, let's talk about what's coming next. Some of you I will see on Tuesday night, Tuesday the 28th, for the December setup of the Holiday Traveler's Notebook Kit. Those are all sold out now, so if you missed out on that one, it's a good idea to order those sooner than later when they come out. The winter one will come out in December, so it'll come out next month, and that will be for the months of January and February. So I may see some of you on Tuesday night. We will be listing together again next Saturday, which will be Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. We will be listing again Saturday the 2nd. We most likely will not be listing on the 9th. I think Nick and I are going to jet out of town for one last trip in Harvey, our RV, before it's totally put away for the winter. So we're kind of still waiting till it gets a little bit closer to know what the weather looks like. But if we are not together that Saturday, the following week, somewhere in there, we'll do a nighttime listing session, okay? It's one of my favorite time of year to do those is during the holidays because I don't know, it's just kind of fun. You can put on your Christmas PJs. You can put on your Christmas music if you want. I can't put on the music because you can't do that when we're doing this. But if we don't do Saturday, December 9th, we will for sure do a weeknight because those are really fun listing sessions. So one of my favorites. And we don't do weeknight ones very often. And also gives people who normally can't come on a Saturday an opportunity to be here live if they want to participate live. Then what else? The 2024 Year in Review Project Kit. We'll see that probably in the next 3 weeks, okay? So had lots of questions about that. You'll see that go up for pre-order in the next 3 weeks or so. And then that will ship in January, and then we'll do class early February. December documented. So we're a month. We're 30 days out from Christmas. So if you missed out or haven't ordered the December documented mini book project kit, there's still time to do that. And then this big weekend. So big sale going on at laylebymail.com. So if you haven't checked that out, go look, because tons of things. All kinds of awesome things that are on sale up to 75% off. So nothing new. I mean, when I say nothing new, I mean, I haven't like taken the idea book or the brand new traveler's notebooks or the brand new stamps, because I don't do things like that, but older class kits, or maybe like some pencil pouches that I brought in for stocking stuffers last year. So selling through what's left of those, different fun things like that, but also some good basics. There's some really good tools that are out there, and adhesives and things like that. So if you haven't checked out that sale, make sure to check out that sale. All right, let me look at the chat really quickly so I can make sure that I didn't miss anything. KBT from the UK, just saw you. Nice to have you join us. Nice to have you join us. Okay, friends. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. I know Nancy said it's almost December. Crazy, right? It is. Hi, Nancy. Nancy popped in very then. Nice to see you. Okay, friends. Have a good rest of your week. If I don't see you Tuesday, or I should say, good rest of your holiday weekend here in the U.S. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, have a great rest of your holiday weekend. If I don't see you Tuesday for the December Traveler's Notebook setup, then I hope to see you here next Saturday the 2nd for another fun creative listing session. Take care. Everybody safe, happy, healthy, and have a great week until next weekend.